Okay, my neighbor just knocked at my door, y'all. Good evening, I'm coming. My neighbor just knocked at the door. I'll be right back. Good evening and welcome back to the trial watch with Demetra and becoming a member of the Lane Jury Box. It is a great day. I'm sorry I had to walk off. And Renee, hey Daniel. That was my neighbor downstairs, my dog in laws, and he was coming to get me to go see the puppies, but I told him I was on live. But they opened their eyes. Good evening, Winter. Good evening, everybody. The puppies have opened his eyes. Apollo opened his eyes. So I'm not gonna see it, but my son went down to see it, to see them, and he taking a video. Mm-hmm. Took my meds real quick. I hope y'all had a good Wednesday. I did. Some of the jury box gonna be a little late tonight, but that's cool. There's other lives going on. That's neither here or there. I was here on time, even though I had that minor snafu. Okay, so I'm happy to see y'all tonight. We're gonna do part two of Texas versus Andre McDonald. We started the trial last night. Again, this is Texas versus Andre McDonald. That's him to the left with his beautiful wife, Andreen. Both Jamaica natives, but but over here living in San Antonio. They were married for 9 years, had an 8-year-old daughter they shared together, 8-year-old artistic daughter, okay, with special needs. Andreen, he himself was a successful Marine officer, major, career Marines. And Andreen, with the help of her husband, of course, in the beginning, was able to start a small, home health business that she worked on, and she grew and it thrived to the point that she had many facilities and had made the family millionaires. But something went wrong. Something went terribly wrong, and the state of Texas is now alleging and accusing Andre McDonald of unaliving Andreen. Run through a couple of points that we heard on yesterday. Good evening, Living. Welcome back to the jury box. Couple of key points that we learned on the first night doing opening statements, and we heard one witness. The first witness we heard from was Cindy, Andreen's sister. So what we learned last night was that on somewhere around the time of February 28th, 2019, an argument ensued between Andreen and Andre. They went over to the tax assessor's office, and it was found out that the wife had a business that the husband didn't know of that was solely in her name. This kicked off an argument. The argument got heated. It went on from the car ride home, separate cars, text messaging. Hey, Carl Bixon, good evening. Welcome back to the Lane Jury Box. They argued, sending back and forth angry texts. The argument. Hey, Lady T. Welcome back to the Lane Jury Box. So he finds out about this business that's in her name alone, and I guess that's not what they agreed to. They argued. The argue continued. The argue escalated until the time they get to the house. Now, what I'm telling you right now is literally what the defendant, Andre McDonald, has admitted to. These are things of facts, points of facts that he has admitted to. Good evening, Silky Black. You better cook some, girl. Let her cook. Welcome back to the Nigeria Box. Oh, and let me say good evening to anyone who may be over on Trial Watch with Demetra channel. Please like the video. Thank you guys for joining. If you are wondering who I'm talking to, I'm over on another channel of mine called demetralitALLday. You can feel free to come over this way to join the chat. But of course, thank you for watching this. The Trial Watch with us on Trial over there on that channel. We will officially launch Trial Watch with Demetra in January of 2025. We'll be holding all of this content there. Thank you very much. So the argument ensues, right? And so they're arguing about this financial situation. We found out last night that they actually had already been experiencing marital problems. We found that out during the testimony of the sister Cindy. We found out that as far back as 2017, one of the parties had actually filed for a divorce that they didn't go through. So that was a great indication, obviously, that they had been having marital problems. They had decided to stick it out. Anywho, fast forward back up to February 28, 2019. They get home, an argument ensues, the argument escalates. Oh, good living. And he admits to domestic violence. He admits to even at one point stumping Andreen out. Somehow, some way, Andreen is severely hurt and loses her life. At this point, what we've heard is the defense started an argument or started defense where they're saying at that point when this happened, unintentionally, not premeditated, that, he panicked. He panicked. He took her body along with the daughter, 8-year-old autistic daughter, in the car in front of the daughter. He takes the body of his wife over 9 years into a wooded area, leaves her body there. Immediately goes back the next day with a full-on kit, a machete, an axe, gloves, gasoline. He attempts, or he has it in mind to cut up and dismember the body, but he can't do that. But he does attempt to, he sets the body on fire and burns the body. One thing about it, though, Andreen was such a member of her, a reliable, responsible person, a creature of habit, that her being missing and not answering the phone quickly alerted her family and co-workers and friends. So the cops was involved very quickly. Now, most of this, what I just gave you for the recap of this trial, we heard this through the testimony of her sister, Cindy. So tonight we're going to get ready to start part 2. And I'm not really sure because I did not watch this trial. This is a trial that I'm watching in real time with you guys. Okay. Now, this is a trial that was featured on 48 Hours. And you can find that link on my wall. Hold on, let me pull up the share screen. So I did the recording this time, so because I'm not going to be live streaming it, it should play better. But something was going on with the unfortunately, this is how it's going to be looking. Okay, because I didn't discover until I did for the recording for tomorrow. It took me that long to figure out why was it looking like this, and it was because I had it on like the wrong pixels or something. I don't know, but I fixed it. But unfortunately, for tonight, this is how the video looks. Okay, or maybe, yeah, we'll start off like this. We'll start like this because a lot of people not here, and I don't want to do that. Come to find out, the mom does testify. But anywho, that's not right now. Let's get ready to get started. Of course, I'm showing this under fair usage and under Fair Use Act. Part 2.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you. Your excuse.
Thank you. That's the sister Cindy.
Stay close, Freddie Williams.
I think this next witness is the pre-trial officer, kind of like a probation officer they have in Texas, but you be almost on probation as soon as you have to go to trial here in Texas. They be having you paying and doing stuff before you even found guilty. Only in Texas. Good evening, ladies. Welcome back. I'm gonna write down and make a witness list. Hey, Snackling Meal. I hope you caught part one, but good evening. Welcome back to the Little Lane Jury Box. And this was the actual picture of the act, you guys.
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead and put your hand down. Speak loud enough. You can adjust the microphone if you need to. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Could you please introduce yourself to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury and then spell your first and last name for the court, please?
All right.
Welcome to the Little Lane Jury Box, Misunderstood. Thank you for becoming a member of the jury. This is a case that was on featured on 48 Hours. Andre McDonald is accused of unaliving his wife, Andreen. So far, we've only heard from the sister. One witness in the opening statements. This is the couple. In a snackling meal, just to recap, you guys. We've only heard from one witness, so you guys are starting, at a good time. He has admitted to a fight escalating between them, and things got out of hand. He's saying that it wasn't premeditated. However, when she got unalived during their fight, physical fight, he did go hide the body and also burn the body. So we're gonna watch this play out. Thank y'all for joining the Little Lane Jury Box. Please hit the like. Let's go.
I'm Freddie Williams. I'm with Bexar County Pretrial. I'm his supervising officer. Name is spelled Freddie. Last name Williams.
Thank you. May I call you Freddie?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so you've just given the jury your title, your official title. Just kind of explain for them briefly, just a little small snapshot of your responsibilities and duties as a supervisor of pretrial services.
All right, I'm over the GPS portion of our job. I supervise people on the ankle monitor. Basically, guys before they go to court or whenever their court date is about to come, I'm watching them the whole time until that time being. That's the gist of everything that I basically do.
Okay, and in order to perform those responsibilities and duties, do you have to get personal information, like telephone numbers, addresses, those sorts of things from the people that you're kind of supervising?
Yes, we have a program. It's called CSS. That's where we enter all our data at so that we can have like height, weight, and all that other stuff, addresses and everything that we put in there. How we keep like tabs on them because they report like some weekly, some on a monthly basis as well.
Okay. And so have you had an opportunity to perform those functions with Mr. Andre McDonald?
Yes.
And did you get personal information such as a phone number and address from him?
Yes.
And what was the personal cell phone that he gave you?
The number that I have here is the 210-416-3399.
So 210-416-3399.
Yes.
Your Honor, may I publish states exhibit 4?
Is this already been off?
Yes, it's already off.
Yes, you may.
Freddie, can you see the phone number there?
Yes, ma'am.
In states exhibit 4? And is that the same number that Mr. McDonald gave you as his personal cell phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you actually had an opportunity to speak with Mr. McDonald by calling that cell phone number?
Yes, we speak on a regular basis. Like I do this trial was supposed to begin this week, so he's been calling me like every day.
From that number?
From that number, yes.
Pass the witness.
Defense.
So this testimony will be short and sweet.
You are aware of all of Mr. McDonald's conditions of bail, correct?
Yes, sir.
So in addition to the monitoring that you perform, you're aware that he has certain restrictions on his movement, separate and apart from just being monitored, correct?
Yes, sir.
He cannot have contact with his daughter, correct?
Yes, sir.
That he has to get a third party to help him handle appointments and things of that nature, correct?
Yes, sir.
Nothing further.
Nothing else from the state, Your Honor.
Thank you,
All right,
Mr.
so that was super short, super short.
State would call Juanita Rock.
But what we found out was one thing that I put on my notes is that from this officer, we know now that at some point in time, I can imagine they're going to introduce some type of tracking device and where he was at. I'm pretty, he might even get called back. We also found out that during the time before the trial, when he was out on bail, he could not have any contact with the daughter. So that's two things we learned. This seemed to be. Sorry again for the quality.
Swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can have a seat, just body up into the microphone. I'm gonna go ahead and, I know we've got partition here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take the mask down so the jurors can judge your credibility, and there you go.
Ms. Brockman, is he right here?
Yes,
Ms. Brockman, can you introduce yourself to the jury?
my name's Janie Brockman. How much more do you need?
Sure. Can you spell the last name for us?
Brockmann.
And Ms. Brockman, where do you work?
I just quit, but I worked at H&R Block.
Well, damn, not just quit.
And I worked specifically at Block Advisors, which is like a little subdivision of H&R Block.
And what did you do for H&R Block when you were here?
I was a tax preparer.
And you mentioned that you recently just, I'm assuming you retired.
Yeah, just in November.
Where was the last H&R Block location you worked?
You know what? Just the fact that she said she quit, even though she retired, she couldn't wait to get the hell away from that job. That's a little sidebar. But y'all may remember, may recall, like I was giving the recap, the initial argument on February 28th is said to have started at the tax office when he found out she had a business without his name on it.
4230 Thousand Oaks Drive here in San Antonio.
Ms. Brockman, was that the same H&R Block you worked back in February of 2019?
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor? Ms. Brockman, I'm going to show you a picture that's labeled as State's Exhibit number 6. Do you recognize that picture?
Yes.
Is that a picture of the front of the location you work at?
Yes.
Does it truly and accurately reflect what the front of the building looked like?
Yes.
Does it appear to be altered in any way?
No.
The state would offer State's Exhibit number 6, pending any objection from the defense.
No, excuse me, no objection.
Okay, so then,
Judge Maynard,
Robert,
thank you, Judge. Kind of hard to get it all on there, but essentially it's at the front of the building that you work at,
Yes.
and it's next to a Pizza Hut.
Correct.
Thank you. Ms. Brockman, back on February 28th of 2019, did you have a tax meeting with Anthony and Andre McDonald?
I'm not sure of the date, but I did have a meeting with them. If you will refresh the date, tell me the date again.
Did you make a statement after the things that happened in this case? Did you make a statement to the Bear County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Madam Clerk, Your Honor?
yes.
I wondered, did they clown in the office?
Ms. Brockman, is that a copy of that statement that you made?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to find out.
Ms. Brockman, I'm going to ask you not to read directly from it, but if you need something at some time to refresh your memory, you're able to off of that statement, okay?
Okay.
So, Ms. Brockman, using that statement, if needed, do you recall having a tax meeting with Andreen and Andre McDonald on February 28th of 2019?
Yes.
And just for background, can you tell the jury how long you had a business relationship generally with the McDonalds?
Maybe about 5 years before that or so.
And so you had prior tax meetings with the individuals?
Yes.
And you knew both of those individuals?
Yes.
Do you see Andre McDonald here in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And could you identify him by an article of clothing he's wearing, the person that you see as Andre McDonald?
His blue suit with a blue shirt.
The record could reflect that she's identified the defendant, Mr. McDonald. So, Ms. Brockman, can you tell the jury generally what type of business Andreen was essentially bringing you? What type of business were you doing tax documents on?
They were doing some kind of nursing, home health nursing services, and they had more than one building they were using for doing that. And I think they were also starting like an actual nursing home.
And what was the purpose of the meeting on February 28th of 2019?
For them to sign, I had completed their tax return, so for them to sign their tax return. Sign off, or I believe that's, yeah.
Now, how come she didn't look at all this before time and nobody reminded her?
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. They were going to come in and sign their documents. It's been so long, it's hard for me to remember, but.
Sure. And did both of them come to the appointment on February 28th of 2019?
Yes.
And did you notice anything about their behavior during that appointment?
I believe Andre came in suit first, and we were waiting for Andreen to show up, I think. It's been so long, let's see. Yeah. So he was just looking at his phone. I wasn't really having any interaction with him. It may have been I had a client that I was still working with. I don't remember exactly why there was a little delay in them entering my office, but I know that there was, for some reason, there was a little delay before they actually entered. They entered the lobby, but they didn't enter my office of the of H&R Block.
And I guess can you talk about when they did enter your office, did you notice anything about the way they were acting?
It seemed to be the normal, nothing really going on. But then as a little time went on, I thought they were arguing just because of the tone of the voice. And they also changed their conversation. It wasn't in English anymore. It was in some other language.
Oh, not talking in patois.
You may have heard testimony a little bit about another language, but did you know that Andreen and Andre were from another country?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she couldn't imagine.
They were arguing in a language that you couldn't understand.
Correct.
What can you describe to the jury about, I guess, the way they were communicating with each other that let you know that they may have been in some disagreement?
Just their tone of voice.
Prior to that meeting on February 28th of 2019, out of the two, Andre and Andreen, who did you think you had, a closer relationship with?
Well, initially, I would talk to Andre, but then I don't know what happened. Maybe a couple years later, I don't know if I called too late to ask him a question, or I don't know, he seemed upset. And then from then I thought, well, let me just talk to her because he seemed upset. I don't know what led to that, but he was upset. So I thought, well, I'll just talk with her. She's easy to talk to.
So at least at this time of this 2019 meeting, you felt like you probably talked to Andre more because you thought maybe Andre didn't like you or was upset at something that had previously happened.
Right. I didn't know what it was, but I thought that there was something there. And since she was really taking a lot more, she seemed like she was really controlling the business or doing a lot in the business herself. Since he already had a job with the military, I thought she really was on top of the business. So it even, because of that, it even led me to want to talk to her more about it because she knew the day-to-day operations, it seemed like.
As a tax preparer, it made sense more to talk to her because she was the one doing the business from the day-to-day.
Right.
Now, is there anything, you mentioned that they're in this, you can sense tension while you're communicating with them, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all complete the tax meeting?
Yes. The taxes were completely done. They were just going to come in to review and then sign and pay for the tax return.
And after that's done, do they leave? Do they begin to leave your office?
Yes, I walk them out to the lobby so that I don't take the payment so that the receptionist can take the payment. And and they paid for the tax return at that time. And I said my goodbyes. I talked to Adrien, just said goodbye to me, but Andre gave me a hug, which was like very unusual because we'd never had that kind of relationship, I thought, but I didn't take it as anything like it was a come on or anything. I just thought, I didn't think we were that kind of friend. So.
Did you feel like, what was your impression of the hug based on the way they were speaking to each other?
I thought, in my head, what I thought was that since they were having that argument and they were kind of tense, all that tension going on, I thought that he was trying to somehow use my relationship with him as though, look, she's my friend or she's on my side or something, because he even had a little smirk on his face. So that's the way I took it.
So as he gave you this hug, he seemingly had a smirk on his face.
Mm-hmm. And look back at her like, see, she's my friend, or we have a good relationship. That's the way I took it.
Prior to that meeting in 2019, were you aware?
Hey, Tweety Girl, good evening. Thank you for coming through.
Where you had some information that perhaps there was a problem in the marriage?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury a little bit about what you knew?
There was an occasion when Andreen came by to let me know that they were possibly going to get a divorce. And so she told me, don't let him see any of my paperwork or the paperwork. And I explained to her that I had to, because they were both on the tax return and they were joint owners of the business. So anything that I would show him, of course, anything if he came in to ask for anything, I would have to show him whatever papers. And he never did, but.
And that was before the 2019 meeting?
Yes.
Like, was it a prior year?
Maybe a year or a couple years before that.
Sure. Ms. Brockman, do you remember discussing the creation of an LLC at the end of that 2019 meeting?
Yes.
And what can you tell the jury about that?
It was Elena's property, and she just brought it over and she showed me.
Here we go.
Do we need to do anything with this? And I said, well, what is it? What kind of business? What are you doing with it? And she says, nothing, not anything yet. So I said, there's really nothing to do. You might have to file a franchise tax return, with the state of Texas because it's an LLC. But if there's no business going on, there's nothing, you just created it, and it's just showing that you're going to somehow start a business. So it didn't mean a lot to me
At that time.
Good evening, foot soldier.
When she was talking to you about that, was that during the tax meeting, or was that at what point in the tax meeting you recall that was brought up?
I really don't remember.
And
So you
maybe
had to-
if you remember.
Yeah, I really don't remember. I'm thinking it was toward
Read
the
the
end.
paper. Because this is important, lady.
100%.
And both Andrine and Andre were present when that conversation occurred.
I think he came in, for some reason, I'm thinking that she showed me that information, but he wasn't aware of it because later somehow he wanted to take a picture and
Oh my God, why are they not pausing and telling this lady to look over her signed statement from 2019? This testimony happened in January 2023, 4 years later. She has the statement in front of her. This is very important. I'm sorry, I'm ranting, okay? I'm ranting. But I don't understand why they doing all this guesstimating right now. Tell her to read the paper.
so that's why I'm thinking he wasn't aware. But I'm not
This is Texas
100%.
foot soldier. This trial was on
She seemed to recall
48
maybe
hours.
Wasn't aware and wanted to take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
May I approach her?
Yes.
I'm going to show you two photos marked as States Exhibits 7 and 8. And can you just take a look at those photos and kind of look at what's contained in them?
Yeah, these are it's a letter that the state will send you whenever you get, you start an LLC,
Oh.
and they're just confirming, these are the ID numbers, and this is the business itself, and it also reminds you to file your tax return.
And is that a photo of the LLC that we're talking about, that we were just recently talking about that was created, a newer LLC?
Yes,
And there, I seem to see an arm in both of those pictures. Do you recognize whose arm that is?
that's mine. I have a blouse.
Good evening to Beef Sector
But I
Podcast.
have that blouse.
Do those two photos, States Exhibit 7 and 8, truly and accurately represent a photo of him looking at the LLC that was in this meeting on February 28th of 2019?
Yes.
Does it appear to be altered or amended in any way?
No.
State would offer States Exhibit 7 and 8. Pending any objection from the defense.
I hope the defense attorney go into this a little deeper. I really want to know, did he just find out about it there, or did he know before time? Because why would they start arguing in the office if he already known? You know?
Just doesn't show the whole document. So under optional completeness, I'd like to have the whole document.
And honestly, we're not intending to show it for the whole document. It has the name of the document that she references, and that's the total. Just that there was an LLC, and this is the document.
Based on argument.
Permission to publish, Judge?
Okay, so I changed the way I spell preparer. Is that right now? It was definitely wrong the first time.
Ms. Brockman, so on States Exhibit number 7, we see the top of a document there, and it has a name of an LLC, correct?
Correct.
And what's the name of that LLC?
I can't read it from here, but it's Elena's property, something like that.
And how would this sound? Would Elena's Property Management LLC sound correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then States Exhibit number 8, essentially the same thing, but we're showing the numbers attached to that account, correct?
Correct. It's one half of the page. The first part has her name, the name of the property, and then, or the business, and then the second half has the numbers identifying the property.
And at the bottom, we see a hand with a blouse, and that's your blouse that you were.
That flowered material is like a blouse, yes.
And it may have been on that document that I just had up here. Can you tell the jury what an EID number is?
EIN?
EIN, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's an employer identification number. So it's something, it's not on those documents because that, an employer identification number is a number with the IRS. The numbers there are for the state of Texas, so they're completely different numbers. So the state has 3 numbers listed there, and that's identifying that business.
And so there are identifiers that have to do with LLCs, correct?
Yes. You could go to the state and get that document just with those numbers and the name of the property. But it's just a form letter that they send out all the time.
Yeah, this form letter started a world of trouble.
That's the witness trial.
Big fan, counsel.
You did their taxes for 5 years, correct?
Maybe a little longer, I can't remember, but at least. Mm-hmm.
Andre was in uniform.
Yes.
Do you recall what his rank was?
I'm sorry?
Did you understand the rank structure? Could you
No.
tell what he was?
What does that matter?
You say in your statement, you gave this statement on April 6th of 2019, correct? You have it in front of you, you're looking down.
Welcome back to the jury box,
First
Bird.
page, upper right-hand corner, date 3/6/19.
Yes. Well, you said April, that's why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was like confused.
No, not, I apologize. You said that they spoke to each other in another language.
Correct.
You said that Andre seemed stern. Your word. You said she seemed stern. You said that Andre seemed distant. Your word. Correct?
Correct.
You said that Andre seemed passive. And that was also your word.
Okay. Yes.
And I noticed, having read this, would it surprise you that in the entire statement, the one word that's never used is argument?
Well, I couldn't identify it as an argument
That's the point.
because they were in a different language. I just noted the tone.
Uh-oh.
And so at the time, you just said they spoke to each other in a different language.
Correct.
And that was about the tone.
Mm-hmm.
And then prior to that, your statement says a year before that last year, that Andreen had told you that a divorce was being contemplated, and that she didn't want you to give any of the tax information to Andre.
Correct.
And you told her you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that because he's a partner in the business and that he's on the tax return, correct?
Correct.
What was her reaction to that?
She just said, okay. I said, so, yeah, that was it.
And then after that, you begun getting all your information to prepare the taxes from Andrew.
Pretty much. But always they would come in together to sign. And I was always ready to review everything. Every year, I always reviewed it with both of them, and because they both had to sign.
In your statement, you say that in the beginning years, that process could take you to spend 2 to 3 hours.
Correct.
Now, this process that you're describing on February the 28th, 2019. That's not a 2 to 3 hour process, is it?
Not necessarily. It can at times.
This time.
That time, I don't think so.
Did it happen just the way you recounted it?
Oh, I don't understand your question.
Did it happen just the way you discussed with the prosecutor and with me?
What's the it? Did what?
The whole meeting with Andreen and Andre.
Dang, why you got an
As
attitude?
far as I remember,
Sure.
yes.
Nothing further.
Very briefly, Judge.
Okay.
Ms. Brockman, just one thing that I forgot. Do you recall or first, do you know if Andre and Andreen had a child?
Yes. She's on the tax return, yes.
Okay. And do you recall her name?
It's Elena or Elia.
Maybe Elena?
Mhm.
Do you recall if the daughter was there on February 28th of 2019?
I never saw the daughter. The other people in the office said they saw her. I never saw her because I was busy with them, and I think the daughter stayed in the lobby. And so some of the other tax preparers saw her.
Because your understanding she was there, she just wasn't in the room where you're at.
I was not aware of that.
That's weird.
Additionally, do you recall at what time your meeting was supposed to be with them on February 28th of 2019?
I think it was in the evening. I don't remember exactly. I'm thinking around 6 o'clock or so.
And if you need to refresh your memory from your report, do you want to look at your report to see if it's in there?
Yeah, but the trial happened 4 years later. To be
Yeah,
fair
it
to
says
her,
at 6 o'clock.
at least he told her to read it.
So, February 28th, 2019 at 6 p.m. was their appointment, correct?
Correct.
Nothing further from the state, right?
Anything from the front?
Just very briefly, to become the 100, you have two people who are 50-50. All of the taxes, everything you did has to do with 50-50. You weren't provided with any, were you provided with any documents that
How the blood came to be on the light switch. Do you recall talking to the prosecutor about that a moment ago?
Uh-oh, this is
don't
where I messed it
remember
up
whether
recording. Hold on.
had in front of
There we
you,
go.
looking down?
Sorry, y'all. I was trying to fix the quality of my recording.
At the very
And that's what happened
first
right there.
page, upper right-hand corner, date 3/6/19.
Yes. Well, you said April, that's why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Okay, I went
was,
too
like,
far back on
confused.
here. Hold on.
No, not.
Sorry, y'all. I was trying to fix the fuzziness of the recording. And that's what happened with this. My bad. So, I think that's going to be the end of her testimony, but let me make sure.
The whole meeting with Andreen and Andre.
As far as I remember,
Sure.
yes.
Nothing further.
Very briefly, Judge.
Okay.
Ms. Brockman, just one thing that I forgot. Do you recall if, or first,
Okay,
do you
so it's a
know
little bit
if Andre and
rewinded.
Andreen had a child?
We're finna talk
Yes.
about this.
She's on the tax return, yes.
Okay. And do you recall her name?
It's Elena or Elia.
Maybe Elena?
Mhm.
Do you recall if the daughter was there on February 28th of 2019?
I never saw the daughter. The other people in the office said they saw her. I never saw her because I was busy with them, and I think the daughter stayed in the lobby. And so some of the other tax
That's
preparers
weird.
saw
Why would they leave their handicapped daughter in the lobby, though?
She was there,
That's
she just
weird.
wasn't in the room where you're at.
To me.
I was not aware of that.
Additionally, do you recall at what time your meeting was supposed to be with them on February 28th of 2019?
I think it was in the evening. I don't remember exactly. I'm thinking around 6 o'clock or so.
And if you need to refresh your memory from your report, do you want to look at your report and see if it's in there?
Yeah, it says at 6 o'clock.
So February 28th, 2019 at 6 p.m. was their appointment, correct?
Correct.
Nothing further from the state, right?
Anything from the front?
So, very briefly, to become the 100, you have two people who are 50-50. All of the taxes, everything you did has to do with 50-50. You weren't provided with any, were you provided with any documents that showed that Andreen McDonald had formed a new company with those same assets, or some of those assets, where she was 100% in control?
No, I was not aware, because I didn't do anything further with that, Elena, if that was, everything was 50-50.
Well, whatever it is, when you have two people who have shares, it requires some legitimate transfer, signatures, money, something that would change the 50% to 100% in another person.
I was not aware of any changes.
But that's what it would take. It would have to be a transfer,
Yeah,
a legitimate transfer.
it depends. Are you setting up a new business entirely separate?
I see.
It depends on how the structure is going to be of that new business.
But you were never made aware of any of that. You didn't handle it.
No.
Nothing further?
Nothing further from the state.
Thank you, excuse me.
All right, so let's talk about this. Put it on mute while they're moving through and get ready for the next witness. Thank you for being here on Trial Watch with Demetra, part 2 of Texas versus Andre McDonald. It's part 2 for us. It's still day 1 of the trial. So we just heard from the tax preparer there at H&R Block, okay? Again, for all purposes here, practical purposes, they say, Andre is saying the argument started because of the fact that he found out about a business in Andre, the wife's name, that he was not aware of. So it's very strange to me that neither the defense nor the prosecution really tacked down, did he find out there? It's really, I think they could have did a better job of saying, oh, well, they started talking in patois or having a tone, sound like they was arguing when he saw his paperwork. You know, I showed them the paperwork there. That was so strange to me that they didn't get more concise information about that. Now, they did show a copy of a letter that went by mail of the LLC paperwork to this business. So when they showed that copy of the letter by mail, then it leads me to believe, well, maybe he intercepted the mail. Maybe that's how he found out. That testimony right there left me wanting more. What Kwani say? Give me more. Now, another thing that stands out to me about his testimony is the way that the defense attorney, when he went into, I believe, character assassination, which is his job, right? And what I mean by that is when he specifically wanted her to talk about the fact that Andreen, the wife, made it a point to try to hide or be deceptive of the fact that of some of her tax preparations and her business dealings. And they had the lady verify or confirm that she had to tell her, no, I can't do that. Y'all are married. I have to give them the information if he asks. So to me, that was done in order to show a shadier side or a not so honest side of Andreen and her behaviors. And Silky Black kind of pretty much said the same thing right here, where she says, Silky Black says she was sneaking, cheating, and asking the tax lady to keep secrets. Exactly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next witness.
Ma'am, can you please introduce yourself to the jury and spell your name for the court reporter?
Carol Gambar. It's CarolGhanbar.
And Ms. Gambar, do you know an Andrine McDonald?
Yes.
How do you know Andrine?
She's a good friend.
How long did you know Andrine?
Since the end of 2014.
Now, Andrine, did you know what business she was in?
Yes.
What type of business was it?
Assisted living and memory care.
And what type of business do you run?
Assisted living and memory care.
So are you actually competitors?
We were.
So when you first met Andrine back in, I believe you said 2014, you developed a friendship over the years.
Correct.
Would you do any activities together with Andrine?
Yes.
What activities?
We would go to marketing events, go to different parties and functions, and we worked out in the morning.
So you would hang out socially?
Yes.
You said you work out in the mornings. Where would you work out?
We worked out at Iron Tribe.
What is Iron Tribe?
It's a CrossFit.
Now, how often did Andrine work out at Iron Tribe?
At least 5 days a week.
How would you characterize her dedication to working out?
100%.
Were there ever times she would skip?
Not likely.
So even if she wasn't feeling well, would she go?
Yes.
And the two of you would work out. Would you work out at the same frequency that she did?
No, she did a lot more than me.
Okay, so she was very dedicated.
Yes.
Now, you said that she was in the home health care business. So what was her position?
She was the owner.
Now, how involved was she in the
No worries, Stacey. Good evening. Welcome back to the
She
Day
was
Jury Box.
completely involved.
And when you say completely
I'll give you a
involved,
recap.
Could you tell the jury
In
what
between,
types of things she did?
This one.
She did everything day to day. So she would market, grocery shop, hire, work the floor if she had to, do meds, take care of residents, families, every aspect of it.
So it's fair to say she was extremely involved.
Yes.
Do you know how many facilities that Andrine had?
She
Welcome to
had
the comfort zone. Okay,
two,
honey, get that head together. Welcome,
I
Aston.
believe 3.
Good to see you, Aston.
And were all those facilities within San Antonio?
Yes.
Would she, during the work week, and I guess even on the weekends, would she go to these facilities?
Yes.
Did she have employees that also worked for her?
Yes.
Now, do you know who a Hyacinth Marine Smith is?
Yes.
Who is Marine Smith?
Her mother.
Would Marine also assist in the running of this business?
Yes.
And what capacity?
She would work, I believe she worked at Coral Grove.
And what is Coral Grove?
It was one of her buildings.
And when you say her, you mean Andrine?
Yes.
Do you know how many employees Andrine had?
I don't.
Do you know who a Judy Lorenzana is?
Yes.
Who is Judy Lorenzana?
Judy was one of the managers.
I guess in terms of her importance to Andrine, how important was Judy?
That's her right hand. So that was the one that ran it along with her.
Okay, so she was, like you said, her right hand.
Yes.
Was Andrine married?
Yes.
Who was she married to?
Andre McDonald.
Do you see Andrine McDonald in this courtroom today?
Yes, I do.
Would you please point to him and just describe something that he's wearing?
He's right there with I think it's a dark blue jacket.
And let the record reflect that the witnesses identified the defendant. Do you know how long they were married?
I don't know how long they were married.
Did they have any children?
Yes.
How many?
One.
Where?
Little girl.
Do you know the little girl's name?
Elena.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes. Ms. Gambar, I'm showing you it's been marked as State's Exhibit number 9 and State's Exhibit number 10. Do you recognize the people depicted in those photos?
Yes.
Do those photos fairly and accurately depict what they look like on or about March of 2019?
Yes.
It doesn't appear they've been altered in any way.
No.
Your Honor, at this time we move into evidence Exhibits 9 and 10.
Subject to objection to complaints. No objection to states 9, 401, 402, 403 is to states 10. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What we finna see? I had to go get me some more coffee. So that's Andrine, y'all. She was so pretty. Very pretty, very beautiful.
Ms. Gambar, the person in states 9, who is this?
Adrienne McDonald.
And states exhibit number 10.
Elena McDonald.
Oh, they showed a daughter on here.
Did you know how old Elena was back in March of 2019?
I believe Elena was about 6.
Did you know where Elena, Andrine, and Andre lives back in March of 2019?
Yes,
Where did they live?
at Solitude Cove.
Do you know the address?
No, I don't know the address.
Does 1042 sound right?
Sounds good.
The Andrine's mother, Maureen Smith, did she live at 10 Solitude Cove as well?
Yes,
As far as you knew, was it just the four of them at the house?
yes,
Had you visited their house in the past?
yes,
Had you been invited over socially?
yes.
On how many occasions?
Different occasions. I'm not sure how many. Whenever there was a party or decorating or getting ready for a party.
I see. Yeah. What type of neighborhood was 1042 Salted Cove at?
It's a very nice gated community.
Did you know the gate code?
Yes.
How did you know it?
It was given to me, have it on text and sent.
Do you know who gave it to you?
Originally, I believe Adrienne probably did.
So when you came to visit, you could just type in the gate code and enter.
Yes,
So Ms. Gambar, you said that you've known Andrine since 2014. How would you characterize your relationship with her?
it was good.
How often would you say you would see or talk to each other a week?
Usually, probably 5 or 6 times.
And is that actually seeing or talking?
Seeing her. Talking, I mean, it depends on what was going on that day. Usually we would talk about going and working out, or if we were going to go to a marketing thing, or if there's any issues or things like that. And then usually, if like when you're heading home, to see if we're going to work out the next day.
Okay. Now, would Andrine confide in you?
Yes, she did.
Were you aware of trouble in her marriage with the defendant?
Yes.
Did Andrine have any health conditions?
And she got debilitating migraines.
Had you ever been around her when she had these migraines?
Yes.
What did she say?
Depending on how bad they were, she couldn't function. She couldn't drive. She couldn't do anything.
What would Andrine do when she had these migraines?
She would usually go home and take her clothes off and go to the closet and go to sleep in the closet.
Just try not to have any stimulus?
Yes.
Now, you said you're in the home health care business, correct?
Yes.
Is that a type of business that the owner or manager needs to be on call 24/7?
Yes.
Is it common to receive phone calls in the middle of the night about issues?
Yes.
For yourself
Yes.
and also for Andrine?
Yes.
Was Andrine an easy person to get to reach?
Yes.
Did you ever know her to cut off her phone or not return phone calls?
No.
Now, I want to direct your attention to the morning of March 1st, 2019. It's a Friday. Did you receive contact from Judy Lawrence on that morning?
Yes,
And you said Judy was Andrea's right hand, correct?
correct.
Did Andrea show up for her workout that day?
No.
I'm going to object. The question calls for hearsay confrontation.
She showed up to work, is that what you said?
I asked if she should, I can't recall if she said work or work out.
The question is outside the witness's personal knowledge. She knows that because someone told her that.
After speaking to Judy, was there a concern?
Yes,
Based on your conversation with Judy, did you try to reach Andrea?
yes,
How did you try to reach her?
on her phone.
Were you able to speak to her?
No,
Did you try to call anybody else?
yes,
Who did you try to call?
Andre,
Were you able to reach Andrea at that time?
no.
Based upon this lack of ability to reach either individual, what did you do next?
I had just pulled into my business, and as soon as I received the phone call, I went and got my assistant, my manager, Elizabeth, and I asked her to go with me.
And you said your assistant Elizabeth. This is someone who's been employee of yours?
Yes,
What is her last name?
cancel,
And what was the purpose of getting Elizabeth?
because I didn't want to go over to Adrienne's house by myself.
Were you concerned at this point?
Yes,
Now, you said that you had just arrived at work. Approximately what time of day is this?
I think it's around 10 o'clock
AM or PM?
a.m.
So after asking Elizabeth to come with you, where did you go?
We went to Adrienne's house at Solitude Cove
And how did you get
in my car.
there? So both of you drove together.
Yes,
Now, did you go to the gate?
yes,
Did you use the code?
yes.
Now, after you go through the gate, kind of where in relationship to the gate is their house?
It's the first house on the left when you pull in.
Okay, so very close after the gate.
Yes,
When you arrive, what do you first do?
go to the front door.
Did you knock on the door?
Yes,
Did you ring the doorbell?
yes,
Did anyone answer?
no,
Was the door locked or unlocked?
locked.
At that point, did you see anything amiss?
No.
What did you and Elizabeth next do?
We went around the side of the house to the backyard, and we went in the back door.
Was the back door unlocked?
Yes,
So both of you went in through the unlocked back door.
correct.
When you came into the house, were you calling out for Andrea or anyone from the family?
Yes,
Was it just her or all three?
all of them.
Did anyone answer?
No.
What did you next do?
When we first walked in, we were calling for everybody, and then I looked, when you walked in, it's by the kitchen and dining room area, and I could see that the dogs didn't have any food or water, and there was a lot of feces all over the ground, which never would occur.
How many dogs did they have?
2.
So you see that the dogs had made a mess.
Mm-hmm.
What did you next
So it sounds like the dogs have
And we
never been
started
let out.
looking around for a drain.
Were you worried that you'd been suffering from a migraine?
Yes, I really didn't know what to expect.
Did you go into their bedroom?
Yes,
Attached to, is the bedroom upstairs or downstairs?
downstairs.
Is there a bathroom attached to the bedroom?
Yes,
Did you go into the bathroom?
yes,
Did you find anything in the bathroom?
yes.
What did you find?
There was some blood and hair on a light switch.
At this point, what did you do?
I took a picture.
After taking a picture, what's going through your mind?
She knew something was wrong. She was on it.
After seeing this, did you look elsewhere in the house?
Yes, we looked everywhere. Every closet, every nook and cranny, in the backyard, everywhere.
Did you find Andrea?
No,
Did you find anyone?
no,
Did you make any other observations while you were at the house?
In the backyard, there was a burn pile on the pathway that looked like it had a zipper in it.
Did you notice that, or what type of vehicle did Andre drive?
She had a Porsche.
Did you make note about the Porsche?
Yes, Elizabeth had said the Porsche's in the garage and Adrienne's purse was in the backseat.
You offered that approach.
Okay, I have to stop right here. I have to stop right here because I know I cannot be the only one thinking, dang, this lady, when being a Karen goes so absolutely right. Right? It's at this moment you need a Karen in your life, right? You're going to need that super duper 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 white woman, right? She go immediately. She already go in the house. She don't give a damn. The back door unlocked. She go ahead and walk in there. She looking here. She looking there. She talking about the pee on the floor from the dogs. That's strange. She takes the picture of the blood on the light switch, baby. She outside looking in the backyard. She goes over to the burn pile. She don't just say, look at the burn pile. She walks up on the burn pile and looks intently. To the fact that she said it looked like it was a zipper in the burn pile. Then she look at the car. She don't just see the car in the driveway and say, She go in the garage to the car, look in the window and say, not her purse still here. Oh, no. There's something wrong with this. There's something wrong with this. What you say, Demetra? It's at this moment Karen serves their purposes from time to time. Tweety say, I was thinking exactly that. This is when you need a white woman, okay? Tracy say, this type of friend I like. This her bestie. She looked intently. Okay, so I had to stop it right here because I had to because this is just like this. This woman ain't never liked Andre, okay? This woman know all the secrets. She already know. Andreen didn't tell her. Andreen didn't tell her everything. Intently. I got the spelling words. That'd be the easy one, right? I got the spelling word right here. Let's continue. But baby, hey, so far, what's her name? Carol is the MVP of witnesses thus far. Let's go. She ain't never liked Andre.
Ms. Gambar, I'm going to show you what's marked as States Exhibits 11 through 17. Do you recognize States Exhibits 11 through 17?
Yes.
Do these photographs fairly and accurately depict what the scene looked like back on March 1st of 2019?
Yes, it does.
Do they appear to be altered in any way?
No, when we got there, though, I don't believe the red car was there.
I see. So other than the red car and specifically in States Exhibit number 11, everything and the police tape, I should say, everything else is the same with the front of the house.
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the state will move into evidence. Exhibits 11 through 17. Subject to objection.
Oh my God, I'm just talking. Okay, so I paused it because I was giving a recap real quick. I'll start over because a couple of people, we up to 14 people now. Shout out to the Lit Lane Jury Box. Once you come into Trial Watch with Demetra, you become a part of the Lit Lane Jury Box. Okay, make sure you participate in the chat. So as a recap, because quite a few people came in, this is part 2 of a new trial called Texas versus Andre McDonald. Andre and Andrine have been married for 9 years. They share a daughter, an 8-year-old daughter with special needs, autistic, and 8 years old. Sometime in the marriage, well, at one point, hold on. 9 years married, 8-year-old daughter, Elena, special needs daughter. Okay, that's going to be important a little bit later once we watch the testimony. Andre is a successful Marine Corps major. Andrine started a successful home health business that eventually grew and was successful enough to have them classified as millionaires. On February 28, 2019, the couple got into a domestic altercation. It's said to be because of the fact that Andre had found a business or LLC under solely only Andrine's name that she didn't know about, that he didn't know about. This started a verbal altercation, which led up to a physical altercation at the home on February 28, 2019. Now, it's important to say that we have learned at this point, we learned that as early as 2017, at least 2 years earlier, it had been some type of marriage problems because one or the other had filed for divorce and they just had not went through it. Okay, so at this moment in time, it's the state of Texas versus Andre for unaliving his wife and abuse of a corpse. And what's important to say is Andre does not deny that during their domestic altercation, unfortunately, Andrine lost her life, but he denies that it was premeditated. He denies it's malicious. He states that the fight got out of hand. She hurt herself. She expired. Now, right after this, of course, the defense is saying he panicked. In his state of panic, he takes the body, he takes her clothes off, burns the clothes, takes the body, hides it in a wooded area, goes back the next day with an axe, hammer, gasoline, gloves. His intentions, according to him, was to dismember the body, but he didn't do that. But he did, in fact, set the body on fire. The cops, as you can tell now with the lady Carol, because Andrine had proven to be so responsible and pretty much a creature of habit, they immediately was on top of the fact that she wasn't answering their phone. So the cops was involved pretty much immediately, okay? So right now we're only on day 1. We've heard from the sister. You may want to go back, you guys. If you missed part 1, I definitely kind of urge you to go back. And if nothing else, kind of like red ball up to the first witness. She had a tie around her head. The sister, Cindy. Okay, that's pretty much the must-see testimony that we've seen so far. Okay, so right now you're coming in at a great time. I believe it was not premeditated. He was too sloppy. But yeah, but what about the fact of, panicking is no excuse for taking that body and hiding. If it really was a mistake, you really didn't hurt that lady on purpose or hit her too hard. You shouldn't be hitting her at all. You should have never went and took that body. And even after you panic, even if you went and took the body, you still had another day to think about, hey, let me go ahead and tell the cops. But it's just, we just chopping it up here in the Lit Lane Jury Box. Exactly. And he also, from so far when we heard the testimony from the sister, apparently, we're going to hear more about it, I'm sure. He did all this stuff in front of their daughter, the 8-year-old special needs daughter. But we'll hear more about that. One thing about this trial, I have not watched this trial. I did watch the 48 hours episode, but I have not watched the trial, so it's like a live reaction with you guys, like I like it to be. But I can tell you guys, it's not a spoiler, but in this trial, Andre McDonald, the defendant, will be taking a stand, which is very rare in these type of cases, and I look forward to seeing him in action. He didn't even show no remorse. Right. He actually called the mom and sister whenever he wanted to confess, and he went into like gory detail talking to the sister trying to explain himself. But I think at that point fear had set in that he was just trying to save himself at that point. Right. If it was an accident, he would have called 911. Right. But exactly. And a lot of people say that, but isn't that weird for the first thing you think about is yourself? It says a lot about a person's character. And I know you're not taking up for him. We just throwing around that whole concept. So let's continue. And so that's the recap for you guys. Again, they have a playlist.
No new objections.
And the video from yesterday, the thumbnail is just like this one, except it says part 1. Check it out, please. And thank y'all for joining.
Ms. Gambar, here on State's Exhibit number 11, is this the front of the house at 1042 Sawtooth Hill?
Yes,
And you said when you first
Self-preservation is
arrived,
real.
this red vehicle was not there, correct?
correct,
As well as this police van.
correct.
And I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 12. Is this the light switch that you described in the main bathroom?
Yes,
Now, on State's 12, you can see some markings on one of the switches. What did you observe?
blood and hair,
And this is what you said that you took a picture of?
correct.
I'm now going to show you State's Exhibit number 13. What type of purse did Andre McDonald have?
A Louis Vuitton,
Is this the purse that was removed from the porch in the garage?
I
That was
believe-
canceled.
I believe so.
I'm not going
Push
to
through, Andre. Louis Vuitton, purses, Porsche cars. Oh, look at that yard. Oh,
Is this the backyard area of the McDonald residence?
Yes,
You said
beautiful.
that you noticed something in the backyard. What did you notice?
the burn pile there on the walkway,
This area here?
the one in front of it, the littler one, that one had like a zipper in it.
I'm now going to show you State's Exhibit number 15. Is it that top portion of State's Exhibit 15? Is that the area that you're speaking of?
Yes,
And then State 16, a close-up of that area?
yes.
You said that you noticed something within that area that had been burned. What did you notice?
It was like a zipper, a jacket zipper.
I'm going to now show you State 17. Is this the zipper you're speaking of?
Yes,
Ms. Gambar, after you and Ms. Cancel made these observations within the house, what did you next do?
we left and went down the street to the gas station.
Is this gas station is nearby?
Yes,
While at this gas station, are you trying to check about the whereabouts of Andre?
Welcome back,
Yes.
Sweet
What are you
Bappin'.
doing?
making phone calls and calling Andre and calling, I called a police detective that I want to ask him what we can do.
Now, without getting into what this detective said, did you contact somebody afterwards? Did you make plans to contact someone?
Yes,
Who did you make plans to contact?
Maureen,
And Maureen, the mother?
yes,
What was your intent of contacting Maureen?
to go and pick her up.
Do you know where Maureen was?
Yes,
Where was she?
over at Coral Grove.
Coral Grove being one of the facilities?
Yes,
Now, at this point, before you leave
this convenience store gas station, were you able to reach the defendant?
When we were going to leave, Andre called me back.
You had previously tried to.
No
reach him,
worries,
correct?
sweet baby.
Correct.
And this is the first time the two of you connected.
Yes,
Did you speak to him on the phone?
yes.
What did he tell you?
I was yelling at him, and where's Adrene, where's Elena, what's going on? And he was very calm and telling me he was at work and something like he just got back from lunch. And I said, we can't find anybody, where are they? He said, oh, she probably fell down, has a migraine, I'm gonna go check. And I told him, yes, I was already at the house, there's nobody there. And I said, and Judy's been trying to call you all
I'm
night.
going to object to your statements in respect to declaring me on the stand. To who? Her statements are hearsay. I'll move on, Judge.
Yeah, as long as it's only on Mr. McDonald, not others.
So, Ms. Gambar, the defendant said he was going to go check if she had a migraine.
Yes,
Did he indicate that he was going to go check at the house?
he had indicated that he was going to call Judy and that he was gonna check.
And did you inform him that you had been at the house?
Yes,
How long was this phone call?
it was very short.
Who ended the phone call?
He did.
After he ended the phone call, where did you and Ms. Cancel go next?
We went back to Solitude Cove, but to the neighbor's house.
Were you able to contact a neighbor?
No,
After not
They wasn't trying to hear that.
contacting the neighbor, did you then go to Marine?
yes.
Did you pick up only Marine or anyone else?
I picked up Maureen, Judy, and Tommy.
Who's Tommy?
Tommy's also one of the assistant managers for Dream.
So did they drive in separate vehicles or in yours?
No, everybody got in my car.
How far is this location, the facility you were at, between there and Solitude Cove?
I think it takes maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30, depending on traffic. It's not that far.
After picking up these ladies, did you proceed back to Solitude Cove?
Yes,
On your way back to Solitude Cove, I assume you went through the gate.
yes,
Did you enter the residence?
yes,
Was Marie with you?
yes.
When you entered the residence, what did you see?
Saw Andre walking out from the bedroom.
So Andre was at the house.
Correct.
When the defendant walked out from the bedroom, what happened?
Everybody was yelling at him.
Was anyone asking about Andre's whereabouts?
Yes.
Calls for hearsay. Confrontation. What did Andre say? I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't hear the ruling. What's the statement? Thank you.
He said that she was at the hospital. He was going to go check the hospital.
Did he stop and speak to you?
No, he's just looking down and trying to get out of the house.
How would you characterize how quickly he was leaving?
He was leaving very quickly.
How did he exit the house?
He went past us and out the front door.
Do you know if how he left to go to this hospital that he's talking about?
He went in a silver car.
He left the residence?
Yes,
Now, after the defendant left the residence,
Andre had run a track
did
store.
you show the ladies what you and Elizabeth had seen?
yes,
Did you notice anything different this time?
yes. There was a chair in the bathroom underneath the light switch. It was moved to the other side of the room and it had army fatigues on it.
Did you make notice of anything else in the room?
Yes, where the chair had been sitting, it looked like someone had cleaned something up, like there was a swirly, like when you clean something up and you can see it when you're at an angle.
Your Honor, Madam Clerk.
Yes.
Ms.
Ms. Gambar, I'm going to show you what's been marked as States Exhibits 18 through 21. Do you recognize what's depicted in States 18 through 21?
Yes,
Does that fairly and accurately depict what you saw when you returned to the residence at Solitude Cove on March 1st, 2019?
yes,
Does it appear that it's been altered in any way?
no,
Your Honor, at this point, say we move into evidence, Exhibits 18 through 21, subject to objection.
Nothing. She could be a little lame juror. She watched a lot of true crime and she on the case. Period.
It's a 3-minute permission to publish. Thank you, Judge.
Very on the
Ms.
case.
Gambar, you had mentioned a chair. I'm going to show you first States 19. Is this where you observed the chair when you came back to the residence?
yes.
Where was it previously?
It was over by the light switch,
Where is the light switch? On the left side or right side?
on the right side,
So back over here.
correct.
I'm now going to show you States 20. You had mentioned a light switch earlier. Are you referring to the light switch here next to this hand towel?
Yes,
And the chair was this side of the door or the other side?
I believe it was by the light switch,
So near the scale.
yes,
I'm going to now show you the States Exhibit number 18. Is this the floor area that you observed where that chair was?
yes.
You said that you made note of something different on the floor. What did you see?
It, like, from the angle, you could see that something had been cleaned up.
What type of pattern did you see?
Just like a swirl, like where if you wipe something up.
I'm now going to show you States 21. You said that you mentioned that you saw some type of clothing on the chair.
Yes,
Are these the fatigues and boots that you saw next to the chair?
yes.
Sorry again about the quality of this. I'm gonna go back and get these pictures, get screenshots. I'll show them to you out tomorrow.
Ms. Gambar, were the police called
Yes,
by you or someone else?
by someone else.
Did the police arrive at 1042 Solitude Cove?
Yes.
How many officers initially?
Initially, I think it was just one, maybe two.
Did you speak to these officers?
Yes,
Did they speak to Marine?
yes,
Did you inform them of what you had seen
yes,
and what you knew about the situation?
yes,
At some point, while speaking to the police, did the defendant return?
yes.
When did you notice that he returned?
I don't think the police had been there very long by the time that he came back to the house.
And then let me step back a moment. When the police were called, how long did it take for them to arrive?
Honestly, I don't remember. I think it was probably maybe 15, 20 minutes.
And you said that the defendant arrived not much after you had been speaking to them.
Correct.
Did the defendant speak to the police?
Yes,
At some point, did you provide a statement to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office about what you had seen and heard what you knew about the situation?
yes,
Your Honor, approach.
Yes.
Ms. Gambar, if you could thumb through this. Ms. Gambard, is that the two statements that you provided to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office in written form on March 1st, 2019?
Yes,
Did you also go to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and give a video statement as well?
yes.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
Did more police officers arrive?
Yes.
I hope they play that.
When did Elena arrive at the house?
I'm not sure exactly what time it was. She got off the school bus in front of, right by the house.
Was Maureen still at the house?
Yes,
Was she able to care for Elena at that time?
yes.
Thank y'all for joining the Lit Lane Jury Box here at Trial Watch with Demetra. This is part 2. There's a playlist with all the parts included. Please hit the like if you're up top. Please hit the like. Thank you.
Did more police officers arrive?
Yes.
If you're enjoying this content, thank you in advance for any donations
Ms.
given.
Gambard,
I haven't been getting monetized from these videos
when
here
you
lately.
did reach and speak to the defendant on the phone when you were at the gas station, what was his demeanor like?
He was calm.
Now, when you encountered the defendant at the house, the first time that you encountered him face to face, did he offer an explanation as far as where his wife was?
Yes.
What did he offer?
He said she was at the hospital and he was going to go check.
Did you speak to the defendant after he returned?
I believe so. I think when he came back, we were all still there and same kind of thing, kind of chaotic, yelling at him and trying to get answers out of him.
Did he give you an answer?
No, Jack, quick approach.
Okay, so while they having a sidebar, let's have a sidebar here in the Lit Lane Jury Box, right? So I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out here, but we learned yesterday from opening statements. I recall that he actually went to that hospital, acting like he thought that he finna go check and see if maybe she's in the hospital. He went to a hospital. They said he didn't ask for his wife by name. He asked, was there any McDonald's, the last name? The people at the hospital say yes. And according to what they stated, his face kind of like dropped. But of course, he knew that wasn't his wife. And then he also confirmed that it wasn't his wife. So I don't know, and they haven't been real specific right here unless I missed it. But I don't know. I hope they ask and find out. It seems to me like he's saying this after he'd already went to the hospital, and he's still lying. He's just a liar. I can't get out what I'm trying to say, but y'all get what I'm trying to say.
And Ms. Cameron, let me clarify. Did you speak directly to the defendant when he returned from wherever he was?
Well, I was speaking at him,
Did he speak to you directly, or was he speaking to others?
the group.
And he had to be highly paranoid, okay?
Your Honor, we'll pass the witness. I'll tender a copy.
Oh, good. Cross-examination. Let's see how she hold up.
For the cross-examination. Sorry, Aaron.
You can start whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon, Ms. Gephardt.
Good afternoon.
You said that you had known Ken Green for about 4 years, right?
Well, since the end of 2014.
Okay. And y'all have become fairly close friends in that time period, right?
Correct?
You worked out together.
Yes.
You attended business functions together.
Yes.
You attended social events at her house.
Yes.
And she confided in you about what was going on in her life, correct?
Correct.
All aspects of her personal life you discussed.
Yes.
So you were aware that she had an affair with a man in Jamaica going on around this time, correct?
Correct.
I believe his name was Abed, correct?
Correct.
And she told you a lot of the finer details of that relationship, right?
Correct.
That they had been together previously before she had come to America and before she had married Andre, right?
Correct.
That they had rekindled.
Correct.
So then it had been going on for a while, correct?
Correct.
And you would warn Andreen about what she was doing concerning that relationship, right?
Yes.
You told her that she was playing with fire.
Yes.
You indicated that that situation could cause more trouble in her marriage, right?
Yes.
You indicated that things continued on that way. You know, she might end up killing Andre, or Andre might end up killing her.
Correct.
You knew that they fought back and forth,
Correct.
and that at times it was mutual combat.
Yes, affair.
Correct.
You were workout buddies, right?
Yes.
It was a CrossFit gym.
Yes.
So what kind of workout routine did that entail?
Whatever the WOD of the day is, which is the way CrossFit works out, it's, pull-ups, push-ups, bench press, everything to do with weights.
Okay. So it's mostly strength-based training.
Yes.
Is there any cardiovascular components to it at all?
There was some, but it's mostly weights.
Okay. That cardiovascular could be things like running or jumping rope or riding a bike, things like that.
Running and jumping, things like that. Oh yeah, and the rowing machines.
Row machines?
Yeah.
Okay. Any martial arts based things, any boxing, any speedball, you know what I'm talking about, the speedball type?
Oh, I don't know if we had medicine balls and things like that you would throw, but not like martial arts or anything like that.
But fair to say, being strength based, Andreen was a very physically strong woman.
Very strong.
And she was religious about that practice. Every day that she could, she was working out.
Yes.
Even if she was feeling under the weather, she would go work out.
Correct.
You all talked about business matters as well, correct?
Correct.
How to administrate your respective businesses and things of that nature.
Correct.
Were you aware, or did you know that she was transferring assets from LLCs that she had with Andre into a solely owned LLC?
I did know of her transferring or starting a different business.
Okay, that wouldn't have included Andre.
Correct.
And the idea there was to sort of keep Andre from gaining access to those assets in the event that there was a divorce.
Correct.
And do you know, or had you heard whether she had ever told Andre about it?
I don't believe she did.
She was doing that behind Andre's back.
Correct.
Child, is she honest? She honest.
Now, when Andreen would go and see Abed in Jamaica, oftentimes that was at moments when Andre wasn't around, correct?
Correct.
So if Andre had a temporary assignment through the Air Force in California, for example, that would be an excuse for Andreen to go to Jamaica.
Correct.
And Maureen, Andreen's mother, would look after Elena during those times?
Yes.
As far as you knew, most of that was being kept secret from Andre.
Yes.
But it wasn't being kept secret completely from Andre, right? Because, I mean, she got a tattoo of his initial on her hand.
So it would be
Sorry.
608 specific instances of conduct.
Okay, sustained.
Your Honor, it isn't being
Sustained
offered.
for the purpose of impeachment.
I understand, but I should be entitled to at least explain for the record why it's being offered.
Let's move on.
Can I, the court note my exception to the fact that I could not
The
possibly.
judge say no. Y'all saw he set his ass down.
You were aware that Auburn was in the process of applying for a green card, correct?
Correct.
And you thought that that would be additional powder on the fire, as it were, in their relationship if that ever happened.
Correct.
As far as you know, he hadn't obtained a green card yet.
Correct.
And you had mentioned that you gave a statement that was video recorded at the time that, on March 2nd, back in 2019, correct?
Correct.
And you told the sheriff's deputy at the time that you thought that perhaps that Andre had hit her, that it may have knocked her out or something and went too far, but that you didn't think that he would mean to actually kill her. You remember saying that?
I do remember that.
You even acknowledged at one point that while you thought he was, forgive me if this isn't your language, but I believe it is, even though you thought he was a son of a bitch, you thought it might have still been an accident, correct?
Correct.
Now, you went on the, let me just back up a little bit to understand the timeline. Y'all's workout routines would have been in the morning, correct?
Yes, 5:15.
5:15 in the morning, and would have gone till when?
They're usually about an hour.
Okay, but that morning you missed workout, right?
Correct.
Which is not, you acknowledge, not so terribly uncommon for you, but would have been uncommon for her.
Yes.
But you didn't know at that time, from personal experience, whether she missed or not. That was what someone told you.
Correct.
And you all interact a lot professionally, but you don't actually see each other at work because you work different places, right?
Yes.
So you did not personally observe her fail to. Show up at work. Again, that's what someone told you.
Correct.
Okay. So you get over to Solitude Cove at about 10 o'clock that morning, correct?
Correct.
So she hadn't been missing for very long at all when that happened, right?
From what I was told, she had been missing since about 7:30 that evening
Okay.
before.
Let's just back up for a minute. The person who told you that, that's Judy that's telling you that?
Yes.
And Judy doesn't live at Solitude Cove, right?
No.
So Judy doesn't have personal knowledge of whether she was at Solitude Cove or not at that time.
No.
So really, in terms of what you all can reliably say one way
Okay, so now it is. Okay, got it. Sorry. All right, let's go. And it paused, so it shouldn't need to be rewind, but let me rewind it just a little bit, a couple of seconds. All right.
Because you work different places, right?
Yes,
So, you did not personally observe her fail to show up at work. Again, that's what someone told you.
correct.
Okay. So, you get over to Solitude Cove at about 10 o'clock that morning, correct?
Correct.
So she hadn't been missing for very long at all when that happened, right?
From what I was told, she had been missing since about 7:30 that evening
Okay.
before.
Let's just back up for a minute. The person who told you that, that's Judy that's telling you that?
Yes,
And Judy doesn't live at Solitude Cove, right?
no,
So Judy doesn't have personal knowledge of whether she was at Solitude Cove or not at that time.
no,
So really, in terms of what you all can reliably say one way or the other, she had been missing since that morning. Is that fair?
I think just from what Judy's inability to get a hold of her at that time, whether or not she was at Solitude Cove, you don't know, but since the phone, not being able to get a hold of her on the phone since that time period.
Okay. But again, in terms of what you all could judge based on your own eyes, morning is the first time that you would have expected to see her someplace and she doesn't show up.
Correct.
Okay. And it's about, I mean, she typically gets to work about what time?
I believe she would get there before me, so probably around 9.
Okay. And by 10, we're already at the McDonald house.
Yes,
Okay. And you indicated that you often go over to the McDonald's house, but that it's typically when you're invited to come over, right?
yes, or we've planned something.
Right. So it would be like for a party or to set up for a party, something like that.
Correct.
And one of them would be there typically when you arrive.
Yes, a dream.
Okay. You don't have a key to their house.
No,
You testified that you went over to Coral Grove to get Maureen Smith and Green's mother, right?
correct.
Now, you've known Green's mother for some time, right?
Yes,
You're aware that she has her own car,
yes,
and you knew she was at Coral Grove, right?
correct.
So it wasn't like Maureen couldn't drive herself someplace.
Maureen has trouble sometimes on driving and doing different things.
Okay, but she drove herself to work.
I'm assuming so,
Her car was there, as far as you know.
as far as I know, yes.
So when you came to get Maureen, Maureen was unaware of anything being the matter before you told her that, right?
I would not know that.
Okay. But you were the one that let Maureen know that you found blood on that light switch and so forth.
I believe so.
Okay. You contacted a San Antonio Police Department detective while you were still in the McDonald home, correct?
I was at the gas station.
You left and went to a gas station before.
Correct.
Okay. And it was based on that conversation that you went to go get one.
Correct.
He had indicated to you that he believed you were in an active crime scene.
Yes.
Now, you said that before you went to get Maureen, that you went to go talk to a neighbor, or tried to,
Yes,
but no one was home.
correct.
Was that also as the result of the conversation you had with Detective Brian Ray?
No,
Okay, that was just something you thought would be prudent to check out.
no.
Why did you talk to the neighbor?
Judy suggested me to do that.
Okay. Now, you had a phone conversation with Detective Ray, right?
Correct.
And you explained in that conversation the things that you had seen inside the McDonald house.
Yes,
You also indicated that you believe you texted with Detective Ray about this case as well, right?
I believe I texted him about the subpoena and something else.
Okay, but you were asked in the pretrial hearing on this matter whether you had corresponded with him by text on March 1st, 2019, and you weren't sure one way or the other, correct?
Correct.
And you know that the defense has made efforts and attempts to learn about
Your
yourself.
Honor, objection. Yes.
Okay, while they having their sidebar, Lady Steph made a really great comment here, right here. She says, I realized that he has to do his cross-examination, but what difference does it make when she went missing? The man admitted to harming her. And so that's a good observation, right? Now, I find myself, well, let me not speak for you, but I said, I think, in my opinion, or my best guess would be they do those type of things, the defense, in an effort to try to minimize his part. To always, it seemed like always like trying to throw some type of reasonable doubt, some type of shadow of doubt, some type of uncertainty into it. What do you guys think? That would be my thoughts. And Maureen that they're talking about is the victim's mother. So while I have a moment and they doing their sidebar, let me go ahead and introduce to you guys the new Little Lane Jury Box merch. What do y'all think about this mug? I think it's cute. It's a Little Lane Jury Box mug. Okay. If you grab yours today or this week here or anytime, it'll be $14. The link is now going to be in the chat. It's this one that's for the Little Lane Jury Box Trial Watch. It's this one with the regular logo. And it's also, oh, well, that's the other side of it. So, if you're enjoying this commentary, you know that you're official Lit Lane Jury member. Please consider getting your Lit Lane Jury Box mug, okay? And you guys, in case y'all haven't seen it, the mugs look fantastic. When I say fantastic, I'm telling you, fantastic. Lady Steph, you hadn't sent the picture. You had to post a picture or send me on Instagram a picture of your mug, girl. Y'all got to send me pictures of y'all mugs because the mugs look so good. You know, they look really great. What? Oh, I didn't drop the link. Let me drop the link. Oh, you guys, the reason, let me tell y'all, so while they doing this. So I have been having an issue trying to get, you know how they be having like, on people lives and stuff like that on here. You know how they got the lives. What the hell is that? Child. I don't know what that is. But I was able to get in touch with like tech or whatever you want to call it, IT or whatever. And so now I'm just waiting for YouTube to go through the process. And so what'll happen is real soon, you'll be able to just hit a link underneath my videos to order my merch. Yay. Go Demetra. Okay, RG it to me, Lady Steph, please. Thank you. And thank you guys for supporting it by buying the mugs.
Do you have a relationship with him?
Yes,
What is the nature of that relationship?
he was a family friend.
So
Back to the
that's
trial.
how you had his number and you called.
Yes,
Now, defense questioned you about Andrene's workout routine. Did Andre also work out?
I'm sure he did.
Objection calls for speculation. No personal knowledge.
If she doesn't know, it's sustaining, she doesn't know.
Do you have an opinion in terms of Andre's strength?
Yes,
What is that?
he's very strong.
Now, defense also questioned you about the video interview that he gave to Bear County Sheriff's Office. And during that interview, some questions were asked about what you think may or may not have happened. To be fair, you don't know what happened. You were not there when it happened.
Correct.
The first time that you encountered the defendant on March 1st, 2019, when you came back to the house and he left, did he tell you that there was any type of accident?
No,
We'll pass, Your Honor. Very, very briefly, Your Honor.
I know the prosecutor pissed
You were
off
asked
because
just a moment ago.
the judge clowned him.
You weren't there, you don't know what happened, right?
correct,
But you know both of these people very well.
correct,
In particular, you know Andrene very intimately.
correct,
And Andrene would tell you all of these stories about their life together, right?
correct,
And your statements to the police on March 2nd, 2019, we just discussed, are based on that depth of personal knowledge you have about Andre and Andrene, right?
correct.
You once heard Andrene said that she had Jamaican blood and that she wasn't worried about what would happen, right?
Correct.
You also know that Andrene sometimes said that she wished that Andre would just go ahead and have an affair too, right?
Correct.
Child. So Andrene went for bad, huh?
Your Honor, we approach.
So at this point in time, what are you guys thinking? What do you guys think of Carol, the friend, testimony? I think her testimony is giving everything and more that it needs to give, right? Of course, we know this is a real trial, real death, real people. Our condolences go out, but this is, of course, a trial watch with Demetra. We break down everything, that we see. And right now, this is the type of testimony you want to get in a trial. It seems like she's very astute. She's very forthcoming. She's very, on an even keel. And what I mean by that is, even though Andrene's one of her best friends, she's also being very honest when asked questions that doesn't cast Andrene in the best of light. Remember yesterday the sister was telling wouldn't barely want to even talk about the affair or even acknowledge that she knew about it, which is fair enough, right? Lemon said it's excellent. Winter said she's honest, telling the truth on both sides. Absolutely. And this is why yes or no response is no emotion, right? But I think she up there praying now, though. But I think it just comes across, also she's giving testimony of, hey, I tried to warn Andrene about her behavior. Not trying to victim shame, but hey, that's what you want your friend to do. You're married. This is going to cause problems. This is dangerous. I already know y'all having these domestic violence. She literally confirmed that it had been not a one-time occurrence about domestic violence. So this is the first testimony we're getting that's saying, hey, this was problematic. Let me write that down in my notes. So she confirmed that. And that's why she went up in there like a CSI agent. She already knew what was up. Let's go back to the trial.
Who is it?
Mr. The state would call Elizabeth Campbell.
I don't think it's been marked in the minute, right?
Good job, Carol. You're a good friend, girl. Good job, good friend. Good job, good friend. Let's see who this lady is. Now, hold on. This is the last witness that I actually had on this recording. However, and it'll be up to you guys. We're right at the 2 hour mark, right? If y'all want to go another hour, let me know. Because guess what? After this lady here, I actually have the recording. The mom testifies next. Now we can come back tomorrow and watch the mom, which is probably best, right? But I kind of want to hear the mom's testimony. So let me know after this lady. We'll decide what we want to do. Okay. Let's go with this testimony. Let's see who this is.
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. You speak loud enough and adjust the microphone to meet you.
Okay.
For the statement.
Ms. Campbell, can you introduce yourself to the jury?
I'm Elizabeth Cancel.
And can you repeat that again? You may have to pull that microphone a little bit toward you so they can hear you.
My name is Elizabeth Cancel.
And Ms. Cancel, do you live here in San Antonio?
Yes.
Who do you work for?
Caroline's home.
And what do you do with Carol?
Manager,
What type of company does Carol run?
assisted living.
How long have you worked for Carol?
Like 13 years.
So you were working for Carol back in March of 2019, right?
Yes.
In March of 2019, do you recall going somewhere with Carol to check on someone?
Yes, she called me and asked me to go with her to a Dream's house.
And you work for Carol, correct?
Yes.
And you said the name Andreen. Did you know who Andreen was at that time?
Yes.
What's Andreen's last name?
McDonald.
And how well did you know Andreen?
Pretty good. I knew like Carol and her were very close.
Okay, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. I was typing in the chat, messing with living and y'all in the chat. I'm sorry. I missed everything this lady said. Her name, everything. And I'm taking my notes so I can recap. My bad. I'm sorry. Let me rewind and pay attention. My bad. I missed everything she said. It's all living fault.
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. You speak loud enough and adjust the microphone to meet you.
Okay.
For the statement.
Ms. Campbell, can you introduce yourself to the jury?
I'm Elizabeth Cancel.
Okay.
Can you repeat that again? You may have to pull that microphone a little bit toward you so they can hear you.
My name is Elizabeth Cancel.
And Ms. Cancel, do you live here in San Antonio?
Yes.
Who do you work for?
Caroline's home.
And what do you do with Carol?
Manager,
What type of company does Carol run?
assisted living.
How long have you worked for Carol?
Like 13 years.
So you were working for Carol back in March of 2019, right?
Yes.
In March of 2019, do you recall going somewhere with Carol to check on someone?
Yes, she called me and asked me to go with her to a Dream's house.
And you work for Carol, correct?
Yes.
And you said the name Andreen. Did you know who Andreen was at that time?
Yes.
What's Andreen's last name?
McDonald.
And how well did you know Andreen?
Pretty good. I knew like Carol and her were very close.
So you knew her through your boss.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Andreen's house before?
No.
Have you ever met people in Andreen's family?
Her husband,
And who was her husband?
Andre McDonald.
Do you see Andre McDonald here in the courthouse?
Yes.
Or in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you identify him by article of clothing that he's wearing here in the courtroom?
Blue suit, light blue shirt.
The record to reflect that she's identified the defendant, Andre McDonald. So you knew Andreen, did you know Andreen or Andre better?
Dream.
On March 1st of 2019, you said that you and Carol like to go check on Andreen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where did you all go to go check on her?
Her house.
Is that the address on Solitude Cove?
I believe so.
You remember around about the time of the day it was?
Like 10 or 11 in the morning.
And so what was the purpose of you going over there to check on Andreen?
She wanted to see if everything was okay. She hadn't heard from her.
You have to speak louder to the microphone.
She hadn't heard from her. She wanted to see if everything was okay.
So Carol was concerned.
Yes.
And did you and Carol go in the same vehicle?
Yes.
And when y'all went over to the address, what happened when y'all pulled up to the address on Solitude Cove?
We were knocking at the door. All of the cars were there. To the back door.
So y'all went around the back, and the back door was unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And when you entered the house, what are y'all doing when you entered the house?
Calling out to see if anybody's home.
Did anyone answer?
No.
Were y'all calling out Andreen's name?
Yes.
Do y'all go look through the house trying to see if Andreen's in the house?
Yes.
Do you recall where y'all went first?
We walked through like the living room, like dining room area, through the kitchen, and I think into the master bedroom.
Do you remember anything, observations when you first come in about the house that you can recall?
It was very clean. Very clean. I just remember like no breakfast dishes, no pajamas. The beds were all made.
So everything seemed very clean.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all went into the master bedroom, did y'all see anything of note in there?
No, it wasn't until we went into the bathroom.
What happened when you went into the bathroom?
There was like a smudge of blood and a hair on the light switch.
If man published, you previously admitted.
Yes.
Ms. Cancel States Publishing what's been previously admitted as States Exhibit number 12. Is States Exhibit number 12 what you're talking about, the blood on the light switch?
Yes, but there was like a hair with it.
Okay. But there was some blood on the light switch.
Yes, there was blood on the light switch.
Okay. Now, whenever you and Carol see blood on a light switch in the bathroom, who did you understand that bathroom belonged to?
To Andreen and Andre.
What did that tell you? Like what reaction did you have to seeing blood on the light switch?
I didn't really know them. I didn't know their personal life. I had a weird feeling, and Carol's, she had a feeling something was wrong. So when we saw that, it was pretty obvious, like something, because there was also stuff on the floor, like something had happened.
And what was on the floor?
You can smell like a cleaning chemical, and there's a big window, and you can see like smudges and like blood on the floor as well.
So you remember an odor of cleaning supplies? Mm-hmm. And did you see indications that to you looked like something had been cleaned?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, what do y'all do next?
These women was not playing with his
We went to go get her
ass.
mom.
Did you know Andrene's mom before
No.
that day? Do y'all go get her mom?
Yes.
What happens where do you have to go get her mom at?
I believe her mom was at Coral Grove.
Coral Grove.
Yeah, one of Adrine's homes.
So for the jury's purpose, Coral Grove was another home that Andre's business was ran out of.
Yes.
Did y'all pick Maureen up?
Yes.
Did y'all pick anyone else up?
Andrine's managers, Judy and Tommy also.
What happened after that?
We went back to the house and Andre was there. The car was there at the end of it was in the driveway. And they went inside and Maureen dialed 911 and handed me the phone.
Before we get there, before y'all arrive at the house and Andre's there, do you overhear a conversation of anyone with Andre?
Prior to, yes, when he called Carol back.
So you overheard Carol talking to Andre?
Yeah, it was on the Bluetooth in her car.
And could you hear what Andre was saying on the phone call?
Yeah.
And how would you describe his demeanor as he was talking to Carol?
Normal. He said, she just said, Andre, where's Adrene? Everybody's looking for her. And he said she was at Bryn Mawr. And she's like, no, she's not. And phone call kind of ended fast.
Can you explain to the jury, we're at another address. What's Bryn Mawr?
That's one of Adrine's businesses on Austin Highway Road, assisted living facility.
So what you overheard was Andre suggesting that she might be at Bryn Mawr, which is another one of their...
At work, yes.
At some point, did the conversation between Andre and Carol, did they end the conversation?
Yes.
And when y'all returned back to the house, you said Andre was there?
Yes.
How do you know Andre's there? Can you tell us how that happened?
There was a different car in the driveway, and everybody was saying that was him. That's their car. So I stayed outside. They went in.
Why did you stay outside?
Because she handed me the phone with the cops on the phone to talk to them about what was going on.
You gotta speak louder.
Sorry, Maureen had handed me the phone, so I stayed outside to tell the officer what was going on.
I think I may have went back and asked you those other questions, but you mentioned that Maureen had called 911, but then handed you the phone,
Yes.
and you were standing outside.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you tell the people at that time? What were you communicating to the people on 911?
I just told the dispatcher that my boss's friend was missing, that we went to the house, there was blood in the house. We went to pick up her mom, we just got back, and the husband was there, and at that time he was coming outside. So then I was reading the address to the dispatcher off the flagstone at the end of the driveway when I saw Andre coming out.
Permission to publish something that's already been entered. Ms. Tims, I'm showing you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit number 11. Is that the house that you were at?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned you were at the edge of the driveway and you were reading a number off the flagstone, correct?
Yes.
Is that flagstone that says 1042? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Ms. Cancel, you're, I guess, giving 911 directions to where you're at, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And while you're doing that, you notice Andre come out of the house.
Yes.
Can he see you?
Yeah.
Is he looking at you?
No, not at first. When he came out, he was looking down, and then he looked up as I'm reading the numbers.
Could he hear you reading the numbers to someone on the phone?
I'm not sure.
What was his reaction to seeing you on the phone by the address wrong?
No, the husband pulled up right after they got
He
there.
ran to the car, jumped in the car, and reversed. Like, he really fast, and I told the dispatcher that.
So in your opinion, he went abnormally fast and got in the car and left?
Well, he was walking out until he looked up and saw me.
Okay.
Then he ran.
So before he saw you, he seemed to be walking with his head down, but after he saw you, he began moving along.
I'm gonna have to watch her testimony again. Dang it, I got distracted.
How would you describe his demeanor when you saw him?
I don't even think he had shoes on, but he was just looking down when he did look at me. Though I saw him, he just looked. I don't know. It was weird. Like something was wrong.
So he jumps in his car and he leaves the residence.
Yeah.
What do you do after? Do you continue making the 911 call?
Yeah, I was on the phone. I gave.
Yeah,
her
he
the
pulled up while they
license
was in there, I'm sure, because they had to go to the back door that was open. Remember, nobody was home.
Do you go back in the house after that?
Yes.
What do you do when you go back in the house?
I believe we went in the backyard.
You believe what?
We went to the backyard.
Do you recall seeing anything in the backyard?
Just the stuff like the little burn pile, and I think that was it at the time.
And can you describe for the jury what you mean by seeing a little burn pile in the backyard?
There's like paths back there, and on the gravel it was like something had been burned, and it was just like a metal zipper, like on the ground, and like a bunch of black stuff.
So you remember seeing a little burn spot with a metal zipper in it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice anything else in the backyard?
No.
Did when you were at the house, did y'all go attempt to see if Green's car was there?
Yes,
Who did that?
I did. Her car was in the garage. Carol was with me.
Carol's with you, but you
Right
went and
behind
saw
me.
her car in the garage.
Yeah.
And may I approach her?
Yes.
Ms. Cancel, I'm going to show you a photo that's been marked as State's Exhibit number 22. Do you recognize what that's a photo of?
Andreen's car.
And does that, Andreen's car, is that in the garage?
Yes.
Does that fairly and accurately depict the car as you saw it in the garage on that day?
Yes.
It doesn't look like it's been altered or amended in any way.
No.
State would offer State's Exhibit number 22. Pending any objection.
No new objection.
Okay, so video to publish.
Permission published.
Okay, pause. Pause. Sidebar. Excuse me over at Trial Watch with Demetra. Don't forget, we over here in the chat at demetralitALLday. That channel officially launches back on in January 2024. But thank you for watching and tuning in. Please subscribe and hit the like. But over here to the Lit Lane Pit Crew. Let me say this. As soon as he gave me my promise ring and everything, child sound funny saying promise ring. But as soon as he gave me this ring, the very first thing I said was, "Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, you so sweet." And then I say, "Oh, I can't wait to show my people today." I literally told him I can't wait till I show it to y'all, right? And so last night when he called me, he was like, "What did they say about your ring?" I said, "Oh, babe, I ain't show it yet because I couldn't go on camera. I'm going to show it tomorrow." Then I'm not ready now. So don't think I didn't immediately think about y'all. Of course, I immediately thought about y'all. I immediately thought about showing y'all. I will do a pit crew pull up tomorrow afternoon, like the time I normally come on with our little messy thing, like around noon or something like that. And I'll do a pit crew membership and I'll show y'all my ring. Okay. It's pretty. It's pretty. I finally got me some real diamonds back on my hand. Okay. So I will show you guys, but I'm not engaged, okay? But we'll talk about it tomorrow. Now let's please focus on her testimony. I have a question. When somebody is giving their testimony, is the other person also in the courtroom, or do they have to have them wait outside? Really great question. I thought about that, but I wanted to really show it and be all cute. Renee. Tweety have a great question. So, sometimes what I've noticed is that it can be either or. Sometimes the witnesses can be in the courthouse, but that does not happen a lot. It's more so commonplace where they have the witnesses outside. Now, what you will notice is sometimes is they'll invoke the rule, right? And by invoking the rule, it means that they can't talk about the testimony to anybody and they be outside and stuff like that. Hold on, let me see. And actually, that's why I put my little hat on my head, because I was meaning to show y'all. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. Let me see if y'all can see. Let me come big. Let me put my little thing on. Child. Hold on. Let me cut off my green screen. Hold on. I'm looking crazy. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if you can see. Child. So, nah, it's actually like a whole wedding set. So he told me it's a promise ring, right? He said it's a promise ring. He also told me it was my Christmas present. You know what I'm saying? So, which I'm not taking nothing from it. I love 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 it. And, hey, I take it as a promise of things to come and a promise of love and a promise of our dedication to one another, or his dedication to me. Exactly, Tweety. Exactly. What did he promise, right? So that's what it's a promise of. Our love, of our dedication to one another, and our commitment, because that's what we've been really, really, really talking about here lately, and communicating to each other. And so that's that's what it is. A promise, like when we talked and everything, is really like we promise to really work things out and talk things out, and we both, yeah, he promised he ain't going no damn well, right? Thank you guys, thank you. And like we said, I'm just say this, and I'm gonna go back to the trial. It's just like it's nothing we can't get through, right? Tweety girl, you ain't been coming to the pit crew pull-ups, girl. Tweety. Tweety, that's for the pit crew. Let's get back to the shot. Y'all know we talk all the personal stuff back in the pit crew. If y'all want to know, Lit Laners, thank y'all for supporting the channel. But if y'all want to know Demetra business, join the membership. That's where I go into my personal stuff and talk, and we just chop stuff up, okay? All right, so let's get back to this. We have gotten so distracted. Girl, he can't sneak no engagement in on me. see, that's not going to work, right? Because if it's a promise ring today, you cannot switch it into an engagement ring by New Year's Eve. A promise today, okay, means a new engagement ring New Year's Eve. You're not going to double purpose. You're not going to repurpose a ring, okay? If this is a promise ring, it's forever a promise ring. Y'all, oh my God, y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Y'all got me tears coming in my eyes laughing. Tracy, yesterday I stared at my ring all day yesterday. I loved it. It didn't, like outside and stuff, baby, it just was sparkling and stuff. And I took my son for his testing, and baby, on the elevator, it was just sparkling and shit. And then I kept putting the ring by my teeth. Wait, Lady Steph say, can I have a promise today for an engagement tomorrow? Girl, boo. Ah, y'all got me. No, I was distracted more yesterday, but then the trial got good and everything. Cause I had thought about showing out yesterday, but I said, no, I'll just wait. Because I was like, girl, my ring last night, I was like, damn. When I went to sleep, because I tend to sleep with my hand up by my face or whatever. And I was like, dang, I'm going to have to take my ring out when I sleep. I say, no. Child, we going to get through this testimony. But Demetra is all promised up with a man. Me and my man got together right and everything. He came back to me with some diamonds and things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very, 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 very happy. I'm very pleased. I love my ring. I do love my ring. It looks so pretty, and it fit perfectly on my hand. It fits perfectly. Don't do that again. We need to stay abreast as to what's going on in our relationship. Exactly. We have to stay on track with our relationship, Pit Crew. Our relationship, I need to. I know. I don't know what I should have thought about just doing a Pit Crew, but I knew I really want to be all cutesy and stuff like that. Now, mind you, why he told me yesterday. Let me make y'all laugh. And then I swear we're going to get back to this. Let me make y'all laugh because I like to just tell y'all everything, right? Baby, yesterday when we went out the house, I was expecting just to run out of here real quick and take my son and drop him at his on-site testing area for the state test, right? But we got to move it around. No, listen. I was not expecting to really be out the house and doing nothing. I just slapped that orange wig on my head. Yeah. Why he had given me the ring and everything? Why he gonna tell me that I really don't need to come out the house without doing my wig right? He say when he first saw that wig and stuff like that, when we was in the thing, he say, that's that wig I don't like. I say, no, this another wig. I say, you just don't like it because when I don't put it on my head right and take the time to do it. He's like, oh. And then later on, he gonna say, you really don't need to. He said, I'm gonna just tell you this. You really don't need to come out that house with your wig not on right. And the way he said it was like a it was like a subtle command. Yeah, when I go out the house and my wig don't be right on my head, it just be sitting there and shit. Girl, he be so frustrated. It's like every time he talking to me and anything he talking about, it's like he can't barely focus because he keep looking at my wig. Lord. I promise y'all, I could have died. That shit was so funny. That shit was so funny. Like, he was like, and then I told him, I said, yeah, especially don't be wearing your ring around and shit. He's about, Ow! Oh, shit. Exactly. I think he felt very comfortable telling me after he had put this promise ring on my hand, looking like he didn't marry me, child. He talking about, look, you really need to do your wig before you come out. Don't come out with it. Girl, my wig, you know how it just be sitting on the top of your goddamn head where it's just like it ain't pinned down, glued down, nothing. Child, next thing he gonna be helping you pick your lace fronts, girl. And he be liking them. He just don't like it when it's sitting on top of my head, not glued down. I think the little baby hairs was standing straight up. Child, I was looking a mess. Okay, I'm so glad that he still decided to give me the ring. Right? He could have said, "Oh, nah, today is not the motherfucking day." Lady T, wait a minute, wait, Lady T. This might be why would happen. He thought it was gonna be an engagement ring until he saw your wig. He got scared and said, "No, let me just make a promise." Ow! The condition of my wig turned my engagement, my proposal, into a promise. Ain't that a bitch? Let's get back to the child, y'all. Focus, 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 focus. I'm gonna make sure my wig is on right, y'all. And my tooth in. I'm a promised woman, you know what I'm saying? As a newly promised female, okay, with the ring to match, I just have to conduct myself more appropriately, more fittingly, more suitably of a promised woman. Okay. Don't be laughing at me. Let's continue with this trial. Y'all get so easily distracted. And yet again, this is a perfect example of why we do not go more than 2 hours. We do not go more than 2 hours on this content because guess what? The Lit Lane jury box falls completely apart. I'ma get it together. I'ma stop. Baby, the wig changed the whole damn situation around, okay? The wig, attention span over here is about 2.25 minutes of hours. No more, no less. It's not my fault. It's Nosy M. Renee and Nosy Tweety and Nosy Living. It's all their fault. Get your membership. Don't be throwing no wedding because then everybody gonna be looking for the wedding. But guess what? I was playing this song today. Before this live, right? And it just came on because I was playing something. And I was singing love songs today. And y'all know that Rochelle Farrell song, Nothing Has Ever Felt Like This. Nothing has ever meant the whole world to me. You know that duet, Rochelle Farrell and Will Downing. And girl, let me see what I sent him. I sent him an email. I sent that song on text message. Let me see what I said. I think I said this is gonna be our wedding song. Hold on, let me see. Oh, let me make y'all laugh. We gonna redo this lady whole testimony tomorrow. I sent him the link. Hold on, let me. I sent him the link. Well, just trust me. I sent him the link to the song, right? The YouTube video, right? And I sent the link to that song, and I say, this gonna be our wedding song. I don't say they gonna play that at our wedding. He gonna send me the emoji of the little man with a thumbs up. Hold on. It showed real good for a second. Oh Lord. Not that song will never sound the same. What's up, chill out? Not that song will never sound the same. Nothing that ever felt so good. Nothing that ever felt so right. I couldn't make up my mind when I was thinking about this song. Would that be my wedding march song or would that be our first song? I think that's going to be our first song that we dance to at the reception because my wedding song, when I'm coming, my wedding march song, I've been knowing forever and ever and ever my wedding march song going to be one in a million, chance of a lifetime, and I show compassion. I've always said since I was a little girl that since I was a young girl, when I heard that song, I made that my wedding march song because it's very self-centered of me, but I've always wanted my future husband to be standing up there looking at me and that song going so he know it's one in a million, chance of a lifetime. Okay. Not I'm playing hood rat, hoochie mama. Oh my gosh. Not humpback, hood rat. Oh, hood rat, hoochie mama. My wedding march song since I was a kid is Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder. How that song go? Yeah, I got a promise ring. Y'all, is not an engagement ring. It is not an engagement ring. It is a promise ring. Oh my God, what to say? Don't scare the man out. Yes, I'm back with my boo. And we got back with my promise ring. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. My wedding song was Phil. I feel. Wait a minute. I feel good. No one else is better. If I need something, and I feel good. Boom. Okay. Now I can't think of how Overjoyed go. Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder. Lady Steph just objected. What the hell? Wait a minute, not Tweety talk about no, I already got our first dance song picked out. Oh my God. What to say? Look, just call a hoe. Not I beg of you. I beg of thee. I beg of you. Demetra, please stop singing. I beg of you. Girl, boo. Hey, Mr. Whitehead, don't be laughing at me, child. That didn't got not a cat. Y'all, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, y'all know now. I am not engaged right now, but y'all already know. Y'all, I promise y'all, on everything I love. When I do end up getting engaged and we do end up getting married, which is we gonna go ahead and claim that. Of course, we're gonna do live streaming. What? We're gonna do a live stream wedding and a live stream wedding rehearsal. I mean, not wedding rehearsal. Not a wounded seal. Wait a minute. Y'all dragging me. Is y'all dragging me? Wait, I think y'all dragging me. Don't. Wait a minute. Oh, y'all, yes, y'all gonna come. Y'all can come. Be invited. And of course, virtual for the people who can't make it. But if you can make it, go ahead and come. You ain't been to Texas, girl. Everything good in Texas, okay? We're gonna be line dancing and two-stepping, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Wait a minute. Don't try to wait. Don't try to play off the fact y'all dragging me. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, sweet vamp, but they trying to be sweet now after they trying to hide the fact they dragging the shit out of me up and they talk about the cat then started scratching to get out. The husband and left and came back. All of a sudden he want to run to the corner store. Okay, yes you are. He was going to propose over the dress, but then he said this bitch might try and leave me. Come NYE New York New Year's Eve, he'll get his confidence back. Child. We love you immensely, just not your voice. So what y'all saying? For me not to sing a solo at my wedding reception? Is y'all trying to tell me? You know what? All the time when I be singing to him, I don't be understanding why he don't just get... I be serenading him quite often, right? And he don't never like start singing back with me, and he don't never just like say, "Ooh, keep singing to me" or nothing. He just kind of look at me and he'll turn his head. What y'all think that mean? Y'all think he don't like my singing voice? That shit funny. And I think, let me see. Every once in a while he'll break out in a little song, but not that means he can hear. Girl, boo. Not don't hum. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I will be singing like for the wedding song. I mean the first dance. Girl, when I be feeling good and shit, I'm gonna get to singing and he probably get to singing too. We funny. Let Russell know to clear a road for Little Lane at the church house. Okay. What you talking about? You really don't know why. Y'all gonna leave me alone. Child, it ain't nowhere anywhere I could be dancing with him. Like picturing us dancing at a our first dance. Even when I was playing that song today, like when I was saying this gonna be our wedding dance song and everything, I was like in my mind imagining it. It was like I started singing to him and he started singing back to me while we dancing and stuff like that, Yeah. Y'all have gotten totally distracted. I'm coming in an evening gown and cowboy boots, right? That be cute. Diamonds, dresses and boots and cowboy boots. Y'all. This is not an engagement ring. I am not engaged. I'm not planning a wedding because y'all know how stuff get all out of hand on YouTube. Please, okay, I won't sing. Very romantical like. I know, very romantical like. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yay. Okay. But let's not get carried away. But y'all already know. If I was to start playing, y'all already know. If I was to get engaged, y'all already know the whole entire pit crew would be nothing but my wedding planning. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do understand that if I get engaged, the Lit Lane pit crew will become nothing but planning my wedding. Now, see, Tracy, you're going too far. Tracy said you would have been engaged if that wig was right. Okay? If that wig would have been right, the proposal would have been tight. I am not finna mess with y'all. I'm not finna mess with y'all. He was like, shit, the best I could do for you right now is give you a promise. You promise, let me see you promise to take care of that wig for a good 90 days. Let me see if for 30 days straight you can lay that lace on right. Okay? Shit. We'll get your life right when you get your head right. I'll make a commitment when you commit to that wig. Since I'm talking crazy, y'all, we have totally let me end. All right, thank you, Charles Watch with Demetra. We'll pick this back up on Friday. Don't y'all hang up, Lit Lane. I forgot I could always end. Oh, I can't even just end them. Remove, no. Edit, no. Oh, shit. Oh, well, this is just a little bit of personality. Now, let me simply all the way off a point. No, I'll save it for tomorrow. I'll save it. Let me see what I can tell y'all to remind me. Let me write it down. Wait a minute. Let me see. What can I write for the live tomorrow? It's going to be called. Let me just tell y'all. So, I had to call and make a work order, right? I had to call the office, the lease office. Let me put some coffee in my cup. Hold on. Y'all stay tuned. Hold on. All right, y'all. So we had an issue with our plumbing this morning, right? We had an issue with the plumbing this morning. So I called the office, put in a work order, right? And I'm like, hey, I had to cut off the water and everything. Da, 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 da. So they send the plumber. The plumber come. This Hispanic guy, right? I'm in my bedroom and I tell my son, I say, ooh, I hope. I say, you think it's that fish, right? And he say, I say, Lord, I hope it's not that fish. I say, what if it's the fish and it come out like when he plunging it and the fish come out and scare the shit out of him, right? He started laughing, my son. So I'm in the room and everything. He up in there doing, he plunging, he doing. It's not working. So then he had to come right back up and he had to go get some bigger tools and stuff. And I'm like, God damn. So he go get some bigger heavyweight tools. And so all I hear I'm like, God damn, right? Still not working. At this moment, I'm like, shit, it must be like the toilet or something broke, right? And so I go look because I'm not hanging over him when he's doing all the work and everything. So next thing I look, because I know I'm hearing a whole bunch of different noises and shit. So I go peep up in there. He got the whole goddamn toilet disconnected from the floor. The toilet, not even by the toilet part no more. It's by the sink and shit. He got the whole damn toilet off and shit like that. He all in the hole and shit. I'm like, God damn. Okay, this don't have nothing to do with me. This don't have nothing to do with me. This don't have nothing to do with no fish. This got to do with some major problems over here, right? And we finna get a new toilet. So I tell my son, I say, oh, he got a new, I said, I think we're going to get a new toilet. He got the whole toilet off and everything. So then he took the toilet out the bathroom and took it on the porch. Okay? So at this moment, I'm like, okay, we finna get a whole new toilet. That's what's up. Girl, at this moment, I don't know what made me stand there and just look at this man with this toilet on my porch. But I did. And so he got the toilet on the thing. No. I walked off because I'm thinking we finna get a new toilet. He called me, Senora. I said, see. Come bilingual, right? See. So here I come, right? Uno momento, por favor. 1 minute, please. And so then I go over there, see, senor. Yes, sir. He showed me, girl, he got the snake thing in the toilet laying on his side on my front porch. Bitch, why? 2 whole fish. 2 whole dead as a doorknob fish. There goes Herb, rest in peace. There goes Wonka, rest in peace. Okay. fish. I said, oh my God. That's how I did. Now, one of the fish I recognized as Wonka, but I didn't understand why the fuck they had two fish. You know what I'm saying? But then I had to remember, rest in peace, her. Right? I say, oh, my fish. I say, oh, my fish died. I say, oh my God. He say, see, fish. I say, see. I say, I am so sorry. I say, I'm not going to do that no more. No more. No more flesh. No more fish. No more flesh. Right? No, I had the fish tanks off. Off and everything. Child, you got to make sure you to hold that handle down when the flush all the way. Child, I would have blamed it on the past hurricane. Child, bury them. Child, what I'm going to do from now on, hopefully, I don't want to lose no fish. But if I was to lose another fish for future reference, what I will do is double bag them up and throw them in the dumpster, right? Because my fish now, hola, Marcio, ¿cómo estás, señor? Mi habla español, señor, mi amor, pa. Sí, adiós. Un momento. Mi madre, mi padre, mi tía, mi tío. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was pretty much all me, español, poquito español, despacio, per bravo, mi poquito español. Look at Marcio say that is muy bien, Demetra, mucho grande. But look, so I tells the man, I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm never gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna do that no more. I promise. No more will I flush. Me no flush no more. He said, that's okay. I was so embarrassed. I was like, wow. And so that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I was so taken aback. And then when I called my honey, right? Save Corinthians. Biorave Corinthians. No comprende, señor. Pequete español. Mi no comprende, señor. I don't know why I want to speak Spanish and sing it in operatic tones. I don't know. But however, I'm going to have to just like, Brazil is Portuguese. Oh, Brazil by Corinthians. Oh yeah. Marcio is in Brazil in Brazil because he been showing the hurricanes and stuff like that. I gotta come back to your channel, Marcio. I haven't been over there in a while because I'll be seeing the hurricanes and stuff out there. But look here, yeah. So apparently I can't be looking like this with my honey. But I think he would have preferred me had this little thing on my head than that wig sticking on my head. That wig has seen better days. Y'all done messed up my entire... But yes, this is my promise ring. And I promise not to put no more fish down the toilet. Can y'all imagine? Mind you, it's because I put 2 fish down there, right? And these fish, because I've had my fish longer now, my fish are big. Her was like 7 to 8 inches. Wonka was like 6 inches. You know what I'm saying? And like literally, can y'all remember when it was the hurricane and I lost all those fish? Remember? I flushed all them fish. It's a miracle that didn't happen then. Or maybe because was my water out with the hurricane? I can't remember. But anywho, note to self, don't flush no more fish no more, especially once they over 1 or 2 inches. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to ever do that again. And then so I called my honey, right? And I told him what it was because I was so embarrassed. And he was like, wow. He say, I sure hope they don't fine you for a violation, right? Goldfish you can flush down the toilet, not whitings. Right. No, not no big ass 80-inch fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It was horrible. And the fish was whole, too. They just looked at all dead and everything. I was like, damn. And then I gave him a double bag to bag the fish up, right? And someone told me, hey, Ronnie Q, girl, we done got all the way through. As a white woman, we always flush fish down the toilet. Right. But girl, don't flush no more fish down the toilet. It gets your toilet fish messed up, right? And so my honey was like, I sure hope you. And then he said it like 3 times. I was trying to move on from the fact that he was saying that he hoped that the guy don't tell the office what it was. And I have to pay a fine for a violation. And so I heard him say that. I said, oh yeah, me too. I hope not. But he repeated it like 2 more times. I was like, will you stop jinxing me? And then it was like, I was thinking about it. When the man took the bag with the fish, I should have took the goddamn fish. That way he wouldn't have had no proof. And then he was up in there taking pictures and shit. Y'all think he gonna tell the goddamn leasing office I had put some fish down my goddamn toilet? What y'all think? I don't think he gonna say that because I spoke Espanol to him. You know what I'm saying? So I was just mucho. I was just like mucho sweet, mucho bien, mucho el suito. You know what I'm saying? I was like mucho el suito. Remember I got the Remember I bought the battery operated filters, the air pumps. I bought 1 for my honey. I bought 3 for me. Ronnie Q, I got a promise ring from my honey. A promise of love and commitment and dedication, child. Mm-hmm. Live and save. He took pictures. He telling it. Oh my God. I hope he don't tell on me. I hope he don't tell on me. Yeah, let's just pray. Lord, I come to you in prayer, asking, hoping, and praying that I don't have no problems from my leasing office about my fish tanks, Lord. I don't mean to break the rules, Lord, but you know my heart. Please know that man's heart. Please. Por favor. El gato. Amen. Thank you, Ronnie Q. Next time if somebody come in your house taking pictures, ask why they taking pictures. But the maintenance people always take pictures of what they be doing. You know, like of everything they be doing and stuff like that. When they working on something, like if they work on, I guess I got to prove that they came up in here and did the stuff. Because like if they come and fix the garbage disposal, they take a picture of the disposal. If they come to fix the toilet, take a picture of the toilet. If they come to fix the air filter, they take a picture of the air filter. You know? El Gato, yeah. Wait. Excuse me. Wait, Cruiser, y'all know I'm a drag Cruiser, right? I'm a drag dog shit out of Cruiser when I get up the energy and everything like that. Cause Cruiser always talking about my chin. She talking about my neck. Cruiser be talking about she ain't seen my neck in 3 years. Girl, she gonna tell me that over there on Olivia's today. Good night, sweet vamping, big sweet vamping. Cruiser, because I was talking shit to her in the chat over there, Olivia Oracles this morning. And so Cruiser had to stop and say, let me address Demetra. And I told her something about her 3 necks. And she talking about, I don't even have 1 neck. And she ain't seen my neck in 3 goddamn years. Maybe you don't see my neck because now I got 2 chins. Okay? Don't worry about my neck. I'm going to drag you, Cruiser. I'm going to get your ass. Period. Period. Let me get off here. Now it's so late, y'all. I can't even go see my puppy. The puppy eyes are open. Apollo eyes open. And my son say when he went to go down there, because I was just starting my live, I told him I was going to come around 9, but it's 10 o'clock now. I'll wait. But my son say he actually held Apollo for the first time. And he got a little puppy breath and his eyes open. And he say he's so cute. And my son say he going to make that dog, the puppy going to be his dog. Crook, I can't even say that. Girl, I've been and spit my tooth across the room. Crooked Christian Cruiser. Crooked Christian Cruiser. Crooked Christian. Say that 3 times, Reed. Crooked Christian Cruiser. Crooked Christian Cruiser. Christian. Ooh, Baby. I love puppy breath too, Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q, I do too. I do too. That's why when he say he held them, I say, oh, did he have puppy breath? And he say, yeah. I say, oh. Puppy breath is so cute. It's like the sweetest little puppy breath. So I'm going to take a video. My son was supposed to take video of him, but he said the camera wasn't working. But tomorrow, hopefully, I'll go see. This is like real dog lovers, right? We love puppy breath. So I'm so excited about Apollo. And I asked my son, I say, Apollo still got that good hair? He say, yeah, because, for some reason, Apollo hair is his fur is like silky and wavy. It's totally different from the other puppies. You know what I'm saying? But me and my honey was looking at Terrier / Pekingese mixes, and that is some ugly looking dogs, right? What if this dog be looking? It's just like a baby. It's like puppy is just like your dog. I mean, puppy is just like your kids. You gotta love them, whether they come out funny looking or not. You know what I'm saying? You want another puppy, Renee? See, you didn't. I asked you that about a few months ago, and you were saying no. But I'm glad to see you ready. I was just watching doggy videos earlier today. People reunited with their lost pets. Oh my God, I bet they was crying and stuff like that. But I've been watching a lot of dog videos too. I've been watching a lot of Caesar videos, Dog Whisperer, and I've been watching a lot of videos like dog gets new puppy, dog meets new puppy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely going to vlog the meeting in the first 7 days of Rock and Apollo. And so I've been watching the videos, like how you introduce them and how you're supposed to be carrying them and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be just vlogging Rock because Rock going to have a heart attack. Okay? Rock came back. I let Rock go to my son over the weekend, and he didn't got an attitude and been acting bad. I think it was the day he laid on my bed, and I want to move position. So I go to move my foot, and apparently he didn't want my foot where I put my foot. He gonna snap at my foot. I say, boy, what the hell wrong with you? He been acting real snappish. So I know the puppy gonna catch hell. I love dogs. I grew up with nothing. I didn't send him away. My son took him with him to go over to my auntie house because my other boy over there, and they wanted to see and spend time with Rock. But they act so so thuggish with them. You know what I'm saying? They run them and have them growling, and then they be taking stuff at them and doing all that kind of stuff. So he be acting bad with them. He acts really bad with them. Oh, okay, like this stuff. But cats take a lot too, but not as much having to go out. You can have a cat that never go out. Well, he don't need to lead no more. See, he don't know how to act when he come back home. Exactly. He don't know how to act because he don't be doing all that with me. You know what I'm saying? But this is like the second time he snapped at me. He act bad as hell over there. Okay? Them boys get on his nerve. I told y'all, even the other night, I don't think y'all heard him, but my son runs rock. You know what I'm saying? So they act bad. They real rough with him. Real rough. Being rough. Being rough. Running them, ripping them, running them, teasing them, big facing them. The same thing Reese do over here. Except it's times two. Except it's times two, you know? And to the point that they get on his nerve. Period. But he love them. Like, even when he around my oldest son, when he around him, sometimes he don't even mess with me. But it's a time when he be ready to come. Yeah, they rough with him. They rough with him. You know, I don't know if too rough, but roughish. And then it make him act bad. Right? That's the part. It make him act bad. It make him be snappy because they play too rough with him. They play with him like that, and he gets sick of that shit, and then he'll bite him. I have a lap dog. She is so chill. That I have another dog. He is out of control. Baby, that's how it be. But my honey say that Rock gonna teach Apollo bad habits. I say, no, he not. No, he not. No, he not. Stop acting like my dog got bad habits. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. We gonna see what happened, y'all. But y'all, I'm finna get off of here. It's been good. We are going to tomorrow night. We're gonna be at Jill's Comfort Zone, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Y'all, please come over to our joint collaboration. We're doing Christmas candy cane vases, centerpieces, right? And so all you need, you can come hit you can hit the link and come on, or you can even do it with us. It's candy canes, a vase, candy canes of your choice, a hot glue gun, glue of course, and a piece of ribbon, and your flowers. If you want to put your flowers in them, and we're gonna make a candy cane Christmas centerpiece over at Jill's Comfort Zone. As a matter of fact, I shared that on the live. It's already scheduled. I shared it on my wall. That's tomorrow night, and we will be back here reconvening, as Lady Self said, so apropos, so appropriately. We will be reconvening the Lit Lane Jury Box Trial Watch with Demetra here on Friday night, I promise. 7 p.m. And the next, we're going to finish this lady testimony who's on there now. And then we're going to go into and listen to the mother's testimony, which is going to be really, 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 really good. Okay, Ronnie Q, try to check out and follow along with this trial. It's a real good one that was on 48 Hours with this black couple, the McDonald's, and it's proven to be real, real interesting, you know? So it's a playlist, and let me show y'all, don't forget, we now have the Lit Lane Jury Box merch, in the Trial Watch with Demetra merch, and the link is boom. Okay. The candy cane deal is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Jill's Comfort Zone channel. And the post I just posted while this live was on the link. So it's already scheduled, okay? I know, Ronnie Q. Ronnie Q, I got a lot of little merch. Good night, living. I got the daily affirmation mug. Hold on. I got it. I'm working on Lit Lane now. YouTube working on getting my where it's at the bottom of my live where you can just go on there. Wait a minute. Dang. And guess what? These mugs, Running Q, they look fantastic. Like the color is great and everything. The mugs are absolutely fantastical. They look way better than I even imagined they would. So, support the channel. Good night, everybody. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good. Oh, damn. Good night. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all gonna keep me talking and talking and talking.
Thanks for watching. Do not forget click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Like, comment and share. See you next time.